Hey everybody. Hey MJ Legend. Hey Pogo Stick. These messages were so close to one another. Hey Adele. First and whoop. But anyway, good to see you guys. I'm gonna say this now, which is I got very little sleep last night. I don't know what it was. I went to bed at the normal time, and then like 2 hours later, was still not asleep. And then an hour before I want to wake up, I heard a mower going off in the distance. I don't know. Hey, Blob. Hey, Holy Cold. So it's not like, no, I made this sound more dire than it really is in the title. But still, I don't feel great right now. And no problem, Pogo Stick. How are things going? Yeah. So yesterday, let me get yesterday's today command. There was this. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. Okay, so Adam is cleaning up the asset versioning code from the last 2 days. You know, you need coffee. Talking about that, BRB. Yeah, these are the kinds of times where I think coffee is really helpful. By the way, this is a first for the stream. You guys can't tell, but I'm wearing pajama pants. That's how you know I'm serious about running on fumes here. I've never, I've never worn pajama pants on stream before. You're not gonna get any proof of this, by the way. I don't plan on showing you guys that. Okay, so Adam is cleaning up the asset versioning code from the last 2 days. This shouldn't take very long. Afterward, well, I'll say this shouldn't take more than an hour. Afterward, he's going to look through the stabilization list for what to do next. Hey, Emba. Things are going good. Police found our stolen car. What? I didn't know your car was stolen. How are things with you? Looking at the stats, you made some progress in the game. Yeah, a lot of the last, 2 weeks, I guess, at this point, has been progress on items in this document. So the stabilization tasks of Botland. And we are just about to finish up this bolded task. So this is going to be pretty good. Pretty good. Wait, sorry, hang on a second. Just checking something right now. Okay, there. Yeah, so we got to just finish this up. All I needed to do is this stuff, and I think we should be fine. So part of this was, modify this dot stats. Let's go do that. So the stats that I do have, the number of assets tracked originally, the number of assets changed, number of assets added, and number of assets deleted. Tons of bad luck, like I was saying. Our mailbox keeps getting broken into. The car got stolen, and I'm pretty sure I keep jinxing it. Man, that's crazy. Even the mailbox keeps getting broken into. Is this happening a lot in your area? I mean, I know where you said you lived. I don't like repeating that stuff unless you want it repeated. But yeah. Is that happening a lot? Are other people complaining about that? The landlord won't do anything about it? I wonder what the landlord can do. I mean, like, imagine if you were in charge of that. You had a tenant somewhere who was saying, hey, our mailbox is getting broken into. Is that even something you can do a whole lot about? Maybe add cameras or something? Maybe just contacting the police is what you have to do anyway. Like to check out Botland started. Did you stream development from the beginning? Yeah, I did. Although I don't have the very, very beginning. So if you look at this playlist, Twitch development VODs, it starts on day 2 and it's only an hour long. I'm pretty sure this stream was actually 7 or 8 hours long. And then I'm missing some of the days in the first 10. The reason I don't have day 1 is because I didn't know people would want to watch me. So I didn't save the VODs. I also didn't know about saving VODs. And then I started uploading them pretty dutifully from then on out. This is not that trivial, by the way. I have to maintain this list, and I've had to manage playlists and whatever else. And so you can actually see, well, apparently YouTube playlist stopped showing you videos at 200, but this does go up to day probably like day 400 or something, and I try to upload in batches every once in a while. Hey, I'm Perry. Make sure it's not the Postman. I use Postman. Apparently it's happened twice to us, and I think one other time to someone else. I think she should set up cameras. Told the police, but they don't do anything. I mean, I think cameras, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of expertise in this area. I mean, even if you put up cameras, hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't have a lot of expertise in this area. What I was going to say is, even if you got video footage of this, what do you do after that? Like, let's say you brought it to the police. If they're not willing to do anything to begin with, I don't know what they're going to be willing to do afterward. So, stats about changes. The reason we have to track additions, deletions separately is because I don't think there needs to be a reason listed here. Hey Shut, hey EJ. In an apartment, in the mailbox is at the end, so I would hear if an alarm went off. Yeah, but wouldn't the person just run? I mean, like, yeah, I don't really know what you can do about this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be any help here. Hopefully chat can give you some advice. Okay, so here's where we have this. The changes were here, but we need to know if this already existed or not. How do you check this? Does isEmpty work for objects? Empty object, yeah. So if isEmpty existing JSON, then this dot stats dot num assets added plus equal 1, else num assets changed plus equal 1, and then the number of deletions, we need to track those too. So deleting it. There we go. Hey, Arcane Water. You know, one of the things I have been... Today's going to be a lot of me just rambling on about stuff. I've been looking at people's efforts in the indie dev community to expand the community. And it's gotten me to thinking about a bunch of different things. One is, I guess, a rising tide raises all boats. The whole, let's say I'm an indie dev, and, I mean, I am an indie dev. Let's say I'm an indie dev, though, and the whole community is doing well. I'll probably do better as a result of it. So I think that the motivation to improve the community is a good idea. I've never really been part of online communities. And even now I don't feel like one other than this stream. And it's been interesting for me. Because I have to start questioning my motivations and everybody else's motivations. iPhone, you don't want to get any stolen. Well, hopefully an iPhone doesn't just get dropped off at your mailbox. How do I run Node in production? Is there some module or Amazon things? So running Node in production is pretty much the same way you run it normally. So you get a computer, so in this case a VPS, and you eventually need to run Node and then your application, so main or index or something like that, and that's it. As for the rest of this, the things that are different is typically we have different environment variables, different security levels around things. But yeah, holy cold, I need to know more specifically what you're talking about here. When isn't the atom string about rambling? Normally, I've got that under control a little bit more, but I feel like today it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So number of assets tracked originally, number of assets changed, number of assets added, and number of assets deleted. And then number of assets tracked now. So really, the number tracked originally minus the number deleted plus the number added should be this number. But that's that. So now remove set ignore asset loader. Save directly into the asset loader itself. What is this? This is clean up stuff from a while ago. I already did this. Yeah, I meant to check that off. Huh. Nice, Adeo. Yeah, I miss those coffee days. Okay, so now we just need to clean up. Yeah, and then figuring out what's going to happen the rest of today, that's going to be the interesting part. These things can just be checked in. Last update time shouldn't get updated for every single one of these things. What was I doing? No, last update time should only be when the hash changes. Hey, Edie. Yeah, I tend to start at 8:40 or so every day, even though my advertised time is 9, so that I can say that I've never been late. But nobody cares about that. What if you just played Botland? Actually, that's interesting. And what's this weird keyboard sound? What are you talking about? You're saying this sounds weird? I checked my mic levels, they're at 60. So yeah, I'm not sure what you're hearing. It could be another thing that's going to spawn a clip that's going to lead to me searching for something. One of my keys sounds weird. Oh, maybe that was the heater clicking back there? I don't know. Had an argument today with another company that our systems work alongside. Deploying changes. Our deployment starts at 2300 OBs. Wait, what's the argument? Their deployment starts 2300 and finishes at 600. Did I get anything on Black Friday? I didn't. Also, I told a story about how I wanted to buy Bluetooth headphones because mine started beeping. So, as I was telling this story yesterday, I said, hey, maybe, you know what I never checked is, was it a problem with the charger? Well, last night, my wife and I are watching Netflix, and the iPad was dying, so I went to plug it in, and I saw the phone, the headset charger was just completely unplugged. So I plugged my headphones into a charger that was not plugged into the wall and expected it to charge. I have never in my life seen my wife laugh so hard. I think I broke her last night. She was hysterical. And then she's like, well, I guess you should go cancel your Bluetooth headset order, right? And so I did. So I didn't buy anything in the last few days. Did Adam just talk about motivation? Well, I haven't seen that before. There are packages. Oh, I see. Yeah. I use PM2. I wasn't sure what you were asking, Holy Coal, but yeah, I use PM2 to keep it running. Oh, I see, Perry. Gotcha. Yeah, just use an IDE then, Edie. So who unplugged it? So that's why she was laughing so hard. I said, do you know how this happened? And she's like, no, I don't know. And I said, so you're saying someone who has a Kindle with the same charger wouldn't know any reason why this happened? And that's when she lost it, because she said, are you expecting me to confess to something I didn't do? I said, yes. I said, if we have a confession, I could just move on. Anyway, I thought it was funny. I don't know who unplugged it, though. There's only one other person it could have been. And I doubt they would have unplugged it. It could have been me, too, I guess. I mean, I'm saying it could have been 3 people. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. So this should only be changed if we actually updated this. Yeah, fine. So let's do this. Last update time equals default to existing asset JSON, not last update time. And then this. So I think that. Oh wait, this isn't what I want to do. I think that that charger is pretty sturdy. I don't think it would have just been pulled out of that plug. So it couldn't have just happened on its own. Some malicious actor must have done this. All right. This seems pointless. So if the asset hash changed and we didn't have an asset already, then we want to use the last update time. If it changed, we want to update this. Yeah. It's kind of weird. Actually, I guess no matter what, we want to update it. But if it didn't exist, we want to set that too. Yeah. Yeah, this is weird. This way. This looks a little bit better. I think this is better. Hey, antimatter tape. It's quite the meme you've got there. And hey, Endure. Ice chunks. Okay. I should solve that problem. Although it's not like we're totally done yet. So out of curiosity, do you guys have any ideas for what you might want to see for days like this where I feel like I'm just super out of it? Would you want to see something more, like, I guess here's what your options are. Programming anyway, even though I'm tired. I guess I'll put the question at the top here. Hey Trons, I haven't seen you in a while. Can the bot get a remove random line function, like with the lights? Oh, like remove a random code line? Trons, I don't know if you saw the April Fool's video, but I did something kind of similar. If you just skip about 10-20 minutes in, you should see you do have a list. So what would you be interested in? Hey Kingzilla. In seeing for days like today where Adam feels out of it. Programming anyway. So something music related. Improv. Well, probably improv. Like piano improv. Kind of. What else? What was I gonna say? Just playing Botland rather than programming it. And yeah, I don't know. Other. Hey Toulouse. Yeah, Toulouse. That video was never really supposed to be. I don't know. I had some ideas. I wanted to do them. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know about watching that VOD anymore. Maybe finishing Borderlands 1. So that runs in here. Hey, Davina. That's actually a pretty interesting thing. Well, for me at least. I think it'd be very boring for you guys to watch. Dancing? No, I'm not going to do that. How long is the list of wishes for Christmas? I have very, very achievable wishes for Christmas. I want to see my family, and I want to enjoy certain kinds of food. And that's about it. And I think that's very reasonable. I have the plan to see my family, and I have told them about my plans to eat these certain kinds of food, and I think they're fine with it. It was pro salmon, very, and it wasn't the donation goal. It was just all of the overlays. What kind of food? So it's not even that complex. It's pasta and meatballs. But, and I know everyone probably says this, my family does it best. So there. Now you know. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. Pasta for days. It's just the greatest. It's a tried and true formula. Pasta, meatballs, homemade sauce. But it's delicious. Oh, hey, Watcher, it finally worked. Yeah, welcome back, Walter. Thanks for the 15-month resub. I think you are now the second 15-month resubber. Somewhere between programming and other. But if you don't work, I'd say music for me. Wait, what is the Hideo wants list in this case? Did I miss a message? Did I miss a message? I do have a list. Yeah, I feel like I missed something in between these two messages. How's it going with cleaning the code? It's going well. I'm going to be pretty slow today, I think. And hey, Syntonic. Well, my family makes the best lasagna, which is a pasta and meatballs in a different form factor. We should have a Bobby Flay family throwdown. Syntonic, that's not going to happen. I don't want to disgrace you. And hey, C17R. Oh yeah, homemade sauce is key. Root folder to use. So this is where I changed everything. Put some music in the background. That I'm not going to do. I don't like streaming any copyrighted content unless I'm the owner of the copyright. And you guys probably have your own music anyway. Plus, at this point, it's been, what, 425 days of me not having music. How about learning some archaic programming language? Why did you spell archaic like that? Hey, FCS Mike. Second 15-month sub, does that mean that Twitch fixed that thing where I suddenly was 1 month behind? I don't know, Walter. Your resubs have always been strange with respect to how Twitch works. So, why did we even put this here? Glob.sync path to glob. No dir. Why does this work this way? No, this is gonna fail, right? Yeah, this is gonna fail. Have I tried Raptor? I've never heard of that. Great at making others screw up. Yeah, this whole override. For this to work with folders, we couldn't use path.join here. We just need to use the glob as it was. So why did I do this then? Oh, because these are supposed to be combined here. So it would be dot. Okay, hang on. I gotta think about this a little bit more. Oh, hey, Windy Beard. I was watching your stream this morning. I haven't been as vocal in your streams lately. Today is not such a great day sleep-wise, which is why the title is running on fumes. I hope your stream was good. I don't think I appreciate your streams enough though, Windy Beard. I do enjoy them. I don't think I tell you that I appreciate your streams enough. That's what I meant to say. I think I appreciate your streams enough. I just am not as vocal about that either. Hey, Starlights, guys. Watching on Twitch Mobile at the car dealership. Oh, do you have headphones at least, C17R? You could have foreground music. You work on my project, I work on yours. I'll even put my glasses on and stream. Yeah, Syntonic, I always wonder if we actually tried to do this, how much would we get done? Like, this would be a huge waste of time for both of us, I think. But how much could we get done? And hey, Lily Bite. Well, it's nice. I almost always had some streamer I could watch for about the 20 minutes in the morning where I would be eating breakfast. And it used to be Soul Sorcerers for the longest time. And then he stopped streaming for like 4 months. Okay, so for the root folder, it defaults to public. The override is ... this. Do I count typing per minute? No, Kingseller. The closest thing you've got is that. Guess I'm half decent after all. Oh, nice, Water. 56. Not bad. And this would be here. Okay, so when this gets combined, it's public sounds star star star. When there's an override, dist manifest. That's just the path to this. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. 56 out of 68 active players. That's not actually how it works, Nomad. And hey. Okay, take care, Wendy. Thanks again for the host. You have a good day. Well, good rest of the day. Because it's already 5 o'clock for you. So when I override this, I don't want to consider the override directory. Which makes me wonder if I should have done this differently. Oh, I added kappa, yeah. Yeah, and actually that number is 60 right now. I think it was 58 yesterday. It's not too bad. But definitely not great. Okay, so yeah, when there's an override, we want to use a different folder. This is functionality that I doubt will ever really be needed. So path to glob. I guess we could just form this. Oh man, I don't know. So if the root override exists, don't consider this at all. Got 4 websites to finish in 2 weeks. Hey Bogostick, are you a student? I think you might have told me about this. Oh, well, we could code this a bad way and then try to figure out a better way to do this. Where I do something like const path to... Actually, let me think about this. Yeah, if we have the override, we just use the glob. But that would need to be an array. Yeah. Okay, let's pass in the root override. Root override. Worked for a company in the UK when I lived there. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that's good. At least you didn't have to uproot everything. Try WordPress. I only use WordPress for my blog. Every once in a while, people talk about having to extend it with things. I'm glad I really haven't had to do that too much. I've just had to fix some problems that arose. Okay, so this should be... Alright, we could put the path to the whole glob here. And this can just be set to undefined. Babel moves some of their packages into the Babel org npm. Yeah. There were all those version 7 beta ones. If I start from scratch again, what will you change? I don't know how much would totally change. I think I would make certain decisions right from the start that I've had to slowly get to now. So maybe I'd use TypeScript, maybe I wouldn't use gulp. Maybe I would, I don't know, change the game design a tiny bit or plan for certain things. But that's software, especially in indie projects. You can't know all of the requirements ahead of time unless it's a very scoped down project. So this dot root folder asset glob, otherwise just... Okay, this will work. Yeah, I think this will work. We have a root override. Then the path is already correct on its own, since it means it's not part of our default root folder. so the path had to be relative. There we go. Hey Leo Lacos. Don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. Long-standing issue that's finally resolved, and to be fair, everything scoped at the moment is labeled as beta. Yeah, I'm glad they're at least still being worked on, everything at Babel. Also, I don't know if I said this, but hey SWAT Kid. It's a lot of Joomla, I forgot everything. Well, yeah, the comment ratio, for every one comment line, I have 3 lines of code. That's been the ratio so far. Okay, I think this is good. What's the next thing? So root folder to use is only used down here. So we can just do this right there. And not a robot. MongoDB is web scale. I saw a video on it. That means it must be true. Did I ever get to watch that video they sent? No, not yet, SWAT Kid. I'm probably going to take care of all that stuff in about 3 weeks. So all of the notes that people have been telling me for the last like month, I'll finally look at, hopefully. So the root override here, I feel like we should comment. Most files and folders, actually, yeah, most files and folders probably aren't going to need this. It's an optional string where, if defined, it will dictate, it will override this .root folder and pull the glob from there. Without this, the glob is a full, the glob's full path is considered to be root folder plus glob. With this, the glob is already considered to be a full path. And assets just need to be, well, whatever this does, form and save JSON. Relative path. The asset key. Whatever the glob resolves to. Yeah. No, Pogo Stick, it's very unlikely that you'd see me. I'm saying this based on where we live and based on where I typically go. So yeah, I don't know how specific I want to get here. Anyway, I haven't shared exactly where I live, but let's just say we wouldn't just randomly wander into one another, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think this one's done. Let's go take a look at the rest of this. By the way, I don't mind myself right now if today ends up being just really slow, or if I do end up switching gears to something like music. Maybe we could try this thing out that I had here. Yeah, so Pogo Stick does too, Edie. We're building up this list. I'm not sure. Okay. So we started passing in a relative path. Well, what did this used to do? Oh, we always had that. We just pass in is folder now. And why is that? Do I use Cubase? No. I use Fruity Loop Studio for like non-compositional stuff, I feel, and then Sibelius for compositional stuff. And Leo Lacos, it's hard for me to say. It's like, what makes someone a musician or a composer? I wouldn't really classify myself as a composer. I like to do it, but I don't know how good I am at it. Okay, so there's that. And then we want to use the same thing down here too. And the reason why is what? So we can tell the asset. Yeah. The asset needs to know that it's a folder for when we publish. And why was that? Yeah, but it's like, okay, if someone wrote a single note on a sheet of paper, are they a composer? Like, when do you say someone's a composer? I don't think labels really matter. I think it's more about what you can do. There was someone in here a long time ago who said something like, you seem more like, what was it, a game creator than a game developer or something? And I said, what does it matter as long as you're making a game in the end? Yeah, swat kid. And hey, casual Russian. They won't notice your typo. Well, they wouldn't have if you hadn't said anything. Okay, so this was needed so that we can get all the different folders so that what? We can check to see if a particular asset belongs in the folder. When its parent, when its ancestor, when its folder changes? I don't know. I don't know what to write for this. Hey, truck car. When will Botland Con be? Botland needs to be popular before there can be a Botland Con. I feel like that's one of the major milestones for successful games, is when there's finally a convention around it. And I don't think every game is suitable for that. And I think some games, it doesn't seem like it'd be suitable, but there's Minecraft Con, for example. I don't really know what happens there. Also, I think it's aimed mostly at kids. But then other companies do a company-wide convention, like Blizzard. Not necessarily like Overwatch Con or something. Okay. I think we're good there. Let's continue to look through this. Full CloudFront link. Yeah, quit using path.join on that. Track stats better. Oh, and then commit to git. That has to be there. Copy to write. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, there. I like all the views when you're offline. Yeah, casual Russian. I haven't been able to catch. Oh wait, I'm not even following you. Oh, I was gonna say I whenever I find out someone streams, I tend to follow them. And then if a long enough time passes without me ever watching them, I tend to unfollow them. Unfortunately, while I want to support some people by following them, I also don't want to pollute my own Twitch feed. So I just unfollow people if I don't watch them. And yeah, most of the time it's not even because I don't like them. It's just because I don't ever end up clicking their stream. What's the background noise? Yeah, that's the pressure cooker. Search YouTube for Minecon cringe videos. Oh, I've seen one of them. I've seen probably the most popular one. But that doesn't let me know what happens at Minecon. That lets me know what bad things happen at Minecon. Don't ask as if the not so annual Botland meetup of last year was not officially recognized. It was officially recognized, you're right. Pity follows? They're not pity follows though. They're follows out of curiosity, and then sometimes they end up being pity follows. Yeah, the issue is that I don't like watching programming streams. So a lot of the people I find in here who end up streaming are in programming somehow, and I just I don't. It's not my cup of tea. I don't even drink tea. Yeah, so this is the function, these couple that had gotten out of control. In fact, I think this is completely pointless. No, it's not. Yeah. Hey, Soul Sorcerers. Yeah, I don't know. Isn't Minecon mostly kids? So having a cringe video online, that just seems kind of mean. Like, kids are gonna say and do things that I don't think they'll want on video all the time. So create asset map. Yeah, let's go write that down. How did I get involved in programming? The stream aspect of it, at least. So before I quit my job, my last job, to start doing this, I had stumbled upon a streamer who I was used to watching them play games, and they were doing a development stream. I didn't even know it was a thing, and it was pretty bad. And I thought I could do better than this, and it made me start to think about why I would do it, and that led to this blog post that I have of just being a development streamer on Twitch. So I would say, I mean, the big, where did the blog post go? Hang on a second. Yeah, so I wrote down what my goals with streaming were, and I think those are still my goals even after more than 2 years. I don't say that to roast someone. I didn't say this person's name, nor do I ever plan on sharing it. And maybe that person wasn't bad, and this is just part of my not liking development streams. I don't know. Thin wrapper around create asset map slash main.js. Hey, Mystical. Okay, yeah, this is the function that's ridiculous. So this is the one we have to change. And let's save that for the end. What else can we do? Yeah, that's fine. And that's fine. Okay, yeah, so we just had to fix this. Oh, cool, yeah, just starting out. Yeah, I definitely suggest reading that blog post then. So one of the things that I cover in here, there are reasons for why I think people watch. And I think they almost always boil down to these two when it comes to development. You're entertaining or you're really good at what you do, or some combination, right? But I don't think it's not that this is new enough where people are like, oh, I've never seen that on Twitch before. That's the only person streaming that. Because that is another reason sometimes. Like, I've been talking about Kip Boga's stream a lot. He does scam baiting on Twitch. I think it's a very entertaining stream, and I think he's got a lot of good things going for him. But also, he's one of the only streams I've ever seen on Twitch who does that. So if you like that, you don't have a whole lot of choices. But that's not the case with development. There are plenty of people who are streaming, and that's why I think you've got to do something to try to improve the quality of your stream. I know this may sound funny because to anyone new here, it sounds like this guy's a boring loser, but I'm super tired today. That doesn't mean I'm not a boring loser every day, but today is especially bad. Was it work 7:30 to 4:45 now into dev streaming before bed? Ooh, wow, Soul Sorcerers. That sounds rough. A few general Twitch tips for any content that it is. Yeah, it's not just turning on and that's it. This guy is a boring loser. I see you've been reading Discord. Oh man. Okay, so this should be used here. And I had some code around the. Oh, hang on a second. My wife is calling, and she never calls unless it's important. So hang on a sec. Okay, that was fast. She said, "Hi, are you working?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Okay, bye." I had told her I wasn't sure how today was gonna go, so yeah, she didn't know. Hey, Turbo Dave, and hey, Ice John. Yeah, yeah, and I think some people have more of a knack for streaming than others. One of the things, I don't know how many of you have seen Bouncy Boy. Bouncy Boy had said that he tried looking at things from the point of view of his viewers and try to see what would I want to see as a viewer. Now, unfortunately for me in programming, I feel like there are a couple of things I want as a viewer, but I don't think I'm really my own audience here. So it's a little bit harder for me to empathize there. So I'd asked you guys early on, like, what do you like about the stream? And I got a bunch of different reasons for why people watch. And one of them, and this is always going to be there, I guess, is some people just want a voice on in the background while they do their own work. And some people are interested in the process, some people are interested in the game. Some people, I don't know, want to pair program, I guess. Devena, there's the $1 million question that I've always skirted around. Yeah, it's not. I haven't ever talked about this. Yeah, we had hired someone to cook. There, the word is out. It's been done. Yeah, so every once in a while you hear two people talking downstairs, and people are like, "Is that your wife?" And sometimes it is. Sentient pressure cookers. Would they be a danger, do you think? No, Wouter. Yeah, fine. Okay, let me finish the rest of this. So I don't think these can happen anymore. Or at least there was a place where I had to comment this out. I could have sworn I'd commented out. Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, it was the kind of thing that, well, we had talked about. I'll talk about this more later. My voice travels downstairs. Okay. So this enumerates the folder. This part. This is the part that I have to cut out now. Hi, Vishy. What this you do right now? I'm working on a game called Botland. So I highly suggest checking the FAQ. I keep pointing people to these same 3 questions. What am I doing on the stream? What's the game about? How do I play the game? And if you're just curious about what's the game about, you can just go to bot.land. You can find out really quickly. There's a video here. There's a bunch of little previews into the game. You can just kind of figure out what's going on here. No, Devena, I wouldn't be. Although that's some Sherlock Holmes level investigative abilities. No, Turbo Deer. In casual Russian, it's actually cheaper than you might expect. But like I said, I'll talk about this stuff later, if at all. Yeah, so I wanted to do this originally, and I can't anymore. Checking to see if this already had existed. Yeah. What we could do is this. We could still kind of keep this here. We could just say console.log, the destination already exists. Existing entries including dot. Otherwise, we just print this out. Yeah. I think that's a good compromise there. Let's see, race, nationality, name, age, weight. They're Russian, they're casual, they make Russian food. The food is casual. Casual Russian. Man. I'll smile, but I don't like to encourage those kinds of jokes. Blink twice if you're being held hostage. Day 425, you finally realize I'm coding against my will. So if ever using multiple streams, combine them using event stream and make sure there aren't any duplicates. Yeah, I don't know what the point of this was. Yeah. So deployed to source. We could actually print this out. This is fine. There you go. All right. I have to ignore HTML and I have to ignore ASMAP priv. Sounds good. That's fine. Delete this. So I think this can all be made much clearer. Yeah. All right, take care, Casual Russian, and thanks. Yeah, I think this can be made clear, and I think using a function would definitely help with that. So what we're going to do here is transform this based on asset maps. But in order for this to work, we're using asset map priv and asset folders. Right? So if I copy this out of here, we're going to run into those two errors. Well, the gulp path as well. But we have that here. Yeah, okay, I think we can try this out. Gotta go because I'm super tired. Alright, yeah, take care. This may be a shorter than normal stream. I haven't been online for really any time at all so far. It's been about 50 minutes. But I may only be online for, let's say, 3 hours or something. It all depends on how today goes. And also, this may deviate completely from programming in a little bit. We might end up doing some. We might end up doing music stuff. But either way, yeah, take care. It says we control the lights, but in reality, the lights control Adam. There's certain color sequences that get me to code things in Botland. So this function, we'll call this transform. Whoa, never seen that happen before. Huh. I was typing backwards, you see that? I was typing transform and it got FORM because it was holding down the left key the whole time. Crazy. Transform asset path for AWS. Yeah. We need to bind this with a couple of things though. Null. We need asset map priv and asset folders. And possibly more. I'm not sure. Okay. So put this back here. And that should work. Root asset hash is the last thing. We could technically just get this every single time, but I don't think it's a good idea. We'll just pass that in too. Hey, 3D Extended, congrats. Nice. Yeah, I wonder how other people's interviews went yesterday too. Hey, Pawn. Welcome to the stream. Okay, nice, not too bad. I think this is much better. Hey, Neochromer. Let's write all this stuff down. So, given a file on the hard drive, check asset map priv.json to see where it should be uploaded. The way this works is that gulp path is modified directly since it's passed by reference, so that the next step in the gulp process, the AWS publish, can pick up the transform path. So this is just a string. This is an object. I don't know what this is. An array, I think. Yeah. This is an object, and it returns nothing. Hey, Kadoku. Can't be around for long. Just wishing you a happy day of development. Yeah, thank you. Owned Bond. I think that would have owned NPerry. I've been waiting since yesterday. No, I haven't. There are some jokes where I admit that that's the case, where you wait hours or potentially days for the right scenario, but this was not one of them. Yeah, so if it's not an asset file and it's not in an asset folder, then we version the entire directory. This is limited to what? Favicons and actually it's just favicons, I think. What's the matter, M. Perry? Got him. Otherwise, if it is, then we either do this. So yeah, if we're versioning the whole folder, so how about this? If the whole folder is considered a single asset, then we put all individual files into that version folder online. This means that just the file alone is its own asset. Just sprite sheet. So use the version name, which contains the directory, to upload it to the just generic assets folder. There. That's a lot of icons in chat. Look at this. No one's typed anything who didn't have an icon. Yeah, what do you call them, Water? Fav icons? It's probably, Water's probably calling them like F of icons. It's a strong pull. Vaping clouds down there. Okay, we really should test this, because I don't trust any of this. Yeah, I definitely don't trust any of this. Fav icons? Favicons? Wait, no, you're just making this up, right, Water? There's no way anyone says that. I think you're losing your mind. Okay, yeah, let's go test this stuff. So we're gonna get rid of the publish step, and we're just gonna call this deploy assets to S3. Yep, and that should be that. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Actually, we could run the deploy. Uncalled for. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Num existing entries is not defined. Oh. Yeah, sure. Pressure cooker is about to explode. Alright, destination already exists, 101 entries, including dot, deploying to there, publish to CDN. This didn't do anything. Oh boy. Okay, what did I mess up here? Is this even being called? Pawn. Well, it's not actually supposed to publish, but I thought it was supposed to print something out at least. It probably did, and I just need to change this. Something like this. Print transformation equals false. If print transformation. We need the new full path that we'll have here. So I guess this. I had this code earlier and I just deleted it. So dir name, call path.dir name. Full path to full path 2. And now we don't need that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this should, yep, it didn't work. That's what I was about to say. Should not work. And it didn't. Oh, I said false. Whoops. Oh, look at that. Nice, it worked. Yeah, perfect, probably. Yeah, probably. Oh, what's this? Yeah, that technically works. Did I beat Odyssey? Whoa, whoa, hold on a second. No spoilers. I don't know how many moons you have to get to beat Odyssey. I I did the main storyline so far, and then I haven't really played too much since then, and I've been trying to collect more of the moons. So I do kind of want 100% it, but I don't know how long that takes. He just deleted all his files. Okay, so the way we could kind of test this, we'll see how this works. We'll test it in production. No, we're not going to test it in production. I'm going to test it when I finally get to my next deploy process. Started playing Stardew Valley. How do you like it? I haven't even watched that game, and I'm kind of surprised. Part of the reason I didn't watch it is because I wasn't sure if I'd ever play it. So maybe I'll end up playing it. I hope this stuff works. But people seem to be really into it, and it's on the Switch now too. I think I enjoy playing games on the Switch more than on the computer if there's a version for both of them. Yeah, so we just need to write down everything that happened. I think we're done at this point. Oh, except for one thing. The whole published part I just commented out. Yeah, there we go. 100% would take many, many hours. Yeah, given what I've seen online about people speedrunning it, and given how I wouldn't be speedrunning it, I imagine it's probably not going to be very fun to do the 100% run. But I kind of want to try it out. Yeah, okay, so we just got to go collect this up. Well, let's write it all down. So fix bug where CloudFront paths. Is the F in CloudFront capitalized? Yes. Would have a single slash instead of two due to using path.join on a URL. Hey, Gundogs. Am I one of the people that play a game to fully 100%? I used to be. Now I feel like I do what I have time for. So Zelda, I really liked Breath of the Wild. I thought it was a great game. And then I got done with it, and I thought, I don't think I'm going to go back and get all the shrines and Koroks and whatever else. So I just didn't. I didn't even get the DLC. So yeah, old me would have probably done that stuff. Actually, maybe not for Zelda games. I didn't ever 100% another Zelda game. Ocarina of Time had those gold Skulltulas or whatever. That did not appeal to me. And even A Link to the Past, I guess I didn't get all the heart containers or anything. But for platformers, I liked 100%ing those. Super Mario 64, Bomberman 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. I don't think I ever managed 100% Banjo-Tooie. I don't think I could get a couple of the jiggies. It was too easy in your opinion? I think it was a very enjoyable game. Yeah, difficulty level, I think was good. I did die a bunch of times. You 100%ed WoW? Is there anyone who has 100% of the achievements in WoW? There's probably some people who are really close, if not at 100%. Yeah, I think I've become much, much more critical of game design in the last, I don't know, like 10 years. So, for example, Secret of Mana, I really liked playing that game when it first came out. And now I just think they did so many things wrong. And I still fondly remember the game, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to fully enjoy it. So the whole root override system. You completed PUBG? I've never even played PUBG. Is there a way to complete it? I assumed it was just the Battle Royale multiplayer mode, and that was it. Add better stats and create asset map. Previously, I had stats on total number of files and the number of changes, but the changes counted additions. Now I have separate stats for changes slash additions slash deletions. Hey, the man from V. Speedrun Botland. I think with games like Botland, the way you speedrun them is either seeing how fast you can make an account, how fast you can get banned, or seeing how fast you can climb to a certain level. So, for example, in Hearthstone, you might try to get to Legend. So in Botland, when we have leagues, maybe that's how you'd speedrun it. I remember playing games as a kid that I thought were absolutely brilliant, replaying them later and being sorely disappointed. Yeah, so this happens to a lot of people, hey Codebreaker, with a lot of different kinds of media. But there are certainly things that you might have watched as a kid or played as a kid that are still good. So, for example, there are certain movies that are just, I feel, timeless and still hold up to this day. And it doesn't matter, you weren't looking at it from the lens of a kid, they were just good movies. And so with games, I think this does happen. A Link to the Past, I still think of as holding up to this day. Secret of Mana, I just think they made so many choices where modern games don't do that stuff. They were able to learn from it. So it's just a frustrating experience when you go back to play a game like that. And actually, I'm kind of noticing a couple of questionable decisions even in Odyssey, Mario Odyssey. Like at one point, you have to collect 6 of something, and there's no reason they had to make that number as high as 6. The specifics don't really matter, but it was tedious. It took minutes to do this thing, and I felt like, what is the point? You get what you're supposed to do after collecting 2 of them. Now you have to go run around the world and collect the other 4. I was like, was this to extend the game's length? They have like 1 million objectives. I don't know why they would try to extend it like that. So that sort of thing just makes me wonder, like, how intentional was the rest of their game design if they had that? I had to collect 900 rabbit pelts. I played a while back in the day. Okay, so this concept of override folders. And bundling code as well. Yeah, so bundled or considered output.json and the 3 code bundles. Bundle, vendor, and manifest to be assets that can be versioned. This involved a change to create asset map involving root override so that not every asset had to be relative to, I know how I should have done this. Maybe. Lots of Sonic games end up feeling that way. Used to love Sonic Unleashed. Watching Game Grumps play it reminded me of how clunky and bothersome it was. Yeah, and I think there are different reasons for why this ends up happening. For one, some of these games were cutting edge during those days, or some of these movies. Like, CGI has improved so much that when you look at the best movie, or the best CGI from, let's say, 1995, it's going to look terrible according to what's today. But at the time, it was the best. So you compared it to everything else that you had, and it was great. So I think there's that aspect, and there's also that your taste can change and that your knowledge of things changes. And also, I think those are the biggest factors, actually. Because, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I remember playing that game a ton. And I still appreciate a lot of things about that game, but I don't think I'd ever go back and seriously play it again. They actually had a connection from that game to Phantasy Star Online, which still blows my mind to this day that Sega managed to do that. Hey, Grill Artist. I see Grill Artist stumbled into me nerding out about games. How's it going, Grill Artist? And Blub, actually, a few people in chat might be able to recommend one. Okay, so we have these stats. Got this, nice. Almost done looking through this stuff. yeah, handle the publishing of these. So assets like the fave icons will be published in the old way, where a single folder is versioned on CloudFront, and all of the files go into that. Assets in Asset Map are published the new way. Ridiculous game that barely runs on PC is coming to your phone. Is it actually coming to the phone? Are published the new way, where there's a single assets folder that gets. You know what? I should write a OneNote about all this stuff. It's confusing enough where if I don't do this, I'll be lost later. Whoa, that was loud. Publish the new way where there's a single assets folder that gets all of the version file names. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to do here? I think this is fine. Yep, looks good. Alright, nice. Last thing I want to do is close all of these and just run this whole thing again. So BLL watch. And that way we can know for sure if this is still working locally, which is pretty important. And then BLL run. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna wait for this. Might have considered that, but people have reported the same problem. Yeah, looks like it's working. All right. Yeah, nice. I don't really need to configure these things. Guess we'll just try running a battle. Oh, are these the telephone calls? No, they're not. Okay. Well, it's obviously working. So, handle publishing of assets. Asset publishing process. Okay. Yeah, so I just need to format all these. This is always a fun task. We get to press enter in space a whole bunch of times. There. Oh, we're not done yet. There. But how are they porting? Is that not just a satirical article? All right. Ooh. That's done. Now we got to write a OneNote about it. Fun times. I wonder if I already have a OneNote about this. VM setup, roadmap, ports, CSS styles, assorted tools. Hang on a second, what is that? Oh, no, that doesn't matter. Okay. Debugging, testing, arena tests, full SQL queries, Webpack dev server. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. Remember that. Changing passwords, rendering. Oh, there's so many of these things. And none of them have to do with publishing assets. Deploy. This is not what I want. Yeah. Hey, Sticky Fork. Did you change your name? Or are there two people who've been through my chat with... No, you did change your name. Okay. I was going to say, what are the odds of there being a Ficky Stork and a Sticky Fork? Anyway, hey, how's it going? Sense of pride and accomplishment. Good old EA. So they're actually doing this? Huh. Seems a little bit weird. I don't understand how that game can even function on mobile. It's going well, man. Yourself? It's going okay. I'm in a good enough mood. I'm just tired. Okay, yeah, let's write up all this stuff. Okay, there are a couple of crucial things. So this note talks, hey Mitch. This note talks about how assets are published to AWS and how things work locally. Hey Kenzo Dev, how you doing? It's pretty funny, Mitch. How things work locally. Yeah. Okay, so the old system, I guess we'll talk about here. So previously, only have a... You tried meditating? Yeah? Did you find it to be a huge waste of time? Because Monday, I did 25 minutes. Wait, no, not Monday. Sunday, I did 25 minutes. Monday, I did 21 minutes. And then last night, nothing. Because I was busy trying to post to Reddit about something. And last night went terribly. And part of me wonders, is it because I didn't meditate? Again, I feel like my mood is fine, but I didn't get to sleep for like 2.5 hours after I should have been. Tried like 2 minutes, couldn't do it. So, okay, the best advice I had gotten, and this is online, was something like, be conscious, and anytime you find your mind wandering, there were 3 parts of this. Return to being conscious without guilting yourself. And then the third thing was your brain is trained to just work constantly. So you're fighting your entire life's build up to this by trying to meditate. So it's going to be hard. So it was these 3 things that I thought were pretty helpful the first time I had tried. Oh, and set a timer so that you don't have to keep looking at your phone or something while you're trying to do it. Whatever happened with that monitor army, I have no clue what's going on there. I don't know how many times I have to keep asking the same person, hey, can you give me the answers to these? I'm going to ask them again today, apparently. This is not some deep stuff. I'm just sharing the things that I've learned online. Yeah, Sublime Text Sticky Fork. I've actually been using this for the last probably 5 years, I want to say. Wait, did you meet this person in real life, the man from V? Oh yeah, the whole reason I was even doing this, I wanted to get this. Yeah. Where I would deploy every single asset regardless of changes to a new CloudFront version online. So S3 looked like this. I need to go log into this thing again. Let me go find this. Present for the little conference. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta do this off screen because how much could show up here? There. Okay, good. Yeah. So here is S3. This is my Amazon set of deployments, and we have this. Is this it? Is this the new one? This is the new one. Yeah. So this is what we want to look at. Where's the bee emoji? I can't find it. Oh, I didn't know you could just tab through all the different emojis. Well, there's baggage claim there. I can't find the bee emoji. It really helped me with surprise focusing on certain parts of my hand. Yeah, I feel like these little methods, whatever people find that work, they should just stick to. But I think the overall, like getting into it, a lot of it's about setting expectations. Cyberbullying is real. Images, bunch of files, JavaScript, sounds, manifest, and vendor, .js. Did I follow AWS announcements? I don't think so. I get my AWS announcements from EJ. EJ basically tells me, hey, here's something that might help you in the future. But is there something recent that was announced? So yeah, the problem is twofold. One, I didn't need to, well, actually the problem is basically, yeah, the biggest problem with this is that this generated a new URL for all assets every single time I did a deploy. So clients wouldn't be able to cache assets between versions. They announced a very easy way to launch Docker containers without worrying about anything. Just define your task and you launch it. They take care of scaling, launching, managing for you. Ah, interesting. Yeah, if I eventually get to using Docker, I definitely want to look into something like that. Hey, Artie, should I start your project version from 1.0.0 or 0.0.1? If it's going to be something private, I'd say just start with 1.0.0. If it's going to be something public facing, starting with 0.0.1, it's pretty good. AWS Fargate. What was this today? Yeah, interesting. Okay, I'll have to take a look at this. Let me go copy paste all this stuff. There we go. Hey, Wanted. I'm doing well. I'm a little bit tired, but today's gonna be probably not a whole lot of very cognitive tasks. In fact, I might even switch away from programming it a bit. Do I use an app when meditating, or just have music on? Yeah, I turn on music and that's it. I just sit against the wall. Yeah. Okay. This meant longer load times for players after a new version was produced. So the new system starts with create asset map. The new system. So the overview, I guess, is one. This consumes config.json and produces asset map.json public and asset map priv.json. Private, obviously. To the publish to AWS. Makes use of asset map priv.json to figure out what to upload where. And then 3, the client uses asset map.json to figure out where to download assets. Yeah, hey Physitronic. Try it without music. I actually think it helps me. Yeah, I tried it without music for the first week and a half that I had done it. And then I started using music and I thought it was really good. I just looked up peaceful meditation music on YouTube and there's like a 6-hour video. Hey Jarmaj, what is this knowledge base app? This is just called OneNote. Hang on a second. Yeah, this is OneNote. So then let's get to the details. Create asset map details. I think OneNote is a good product, Kenzo Dev. I think it's safe to say that about other things that I use, maybe. But I think OneNote is good. Oh no, I know you're kidding, but I was gonna say people say that about Bing and like, okay, fine, market share compared to Google or something. But as far as note-taking software goes, I'm not sure who the big players are out there. I know Evernote used to be, but I think OneNote's one of them. Twitch chat people that Adam recommended it to. Okay, I want to write down how all this stuff works. Yeah, so I think I start with config.json. So for one, folders versus files. So I added a feature in config.json. Well, I guess let's just talk about globs first of all or something. This is the input to create asset map. Yeah, actually, I'm going to change that really fast because that is done. Yeah, C17R. I think that's good advice. 3 node. Adam is documenting everything that he did with the asset versioning system that he wrote in the last 2 days. Afterward, he may, I don't know. So he may change gears after a bit, after doing this. Yeah, but now I've updated it. Yeah, OneNote is free. If you're going to download OneNote, make sure you get the desktop version and not the Windows 10 version or whatever it is, the thing from the store. Just make sure you get the same general thing that you have here. People have had problems with the other one on the stream. Or at least it looks different or something. I don't know. There have been some complaints. I haven't used it. So this sets up a couple of properties. Hey, Remy. I like the new condensed shortcut. That's pretty nice. This specifies a, so this is the start of each path that doesn't override the root by specifying. Does it have a dark mode? No, there's some extension you can get that will add a dark mode, but I think you have to pay for that. Hideo was telling me about that. If there's an asset with the e.g., let's say you have this folder, you do something like this. Less stress of messing it up. Yeah, and if it's all in one line and it still feels like you're doing the old greeting. Did I get any reaction to the composer teacher question? I actually haven't looked. So I posted it on a subreddit that I had never heard of called We Are the Music Makers, something like that. And they basically said, we don't make this kind of music here. You should go post to something else. So I posted it to Music Theory. But I'm really looking forward to getting started with this. It's always been something I've wanted to do. And if enough time passes in my life and there's always been something I wanted to do, I feel like I should just pursue it. I know that sounds silly, but what I'm getting at is there are a lot of people who have been like, someday I'm going to start a business. You'll never know when that time is. There's never going to be an obvious time where you're just like, yep, it's today. Today's the day I need to start planning this. It's never going to feel like it's right. And I feel like that's true of a lot of different big life decisions. This was not a big life decision. This was just, should I start composition lessons? Hey, Bukar, welcome back. No, I think I was going to say what sounded silly is saying, I've always wanted to do this, leads to eventually doing something. I think it was the wording that sounded silly. I think pursuing what you want to do in life is never silly. I don't think that's a bad thing. But anyway, so I've always wanted to do this, and I had always kind of tried it out, and so I'd made some music before. I made the music for Botland. I'm not super happy with the process that goes into that, and I want to be able to make more technical things. Oh, nice, Bukar. What have you made with it? Is there a site that has a good condensed roll-up of what's going on with AWS announcements? Yeah, I'm not sure. Really good TED Talk on the topic of actually doing the thing you always wanted to do. Yeah, I've seen a few TED Talks about that stuff. I think for me, I'm motivated enough where I will eventually get to the things that I want to do. It all depends on when I start. So for example, the other thing I'd wanted to do is write a book, and I'd started that, and then I realized this was a terrible endeavor to start. I should have just focused on Botland. So I put that on hold for a bit. I was having fun and everything, and I think it was going okay, but yeah, I couldn't keep spending hours every night working on a book when, yeah, I just felt like it was taking away from Botland a little bit. Okay, so in the above, a sound file at sound/UI/food on MP3. Hey, no pointer. And no, I haven't tried it, but I've heard good things about it. Void Dreamer's been suggesting it. Will eventually get produced online as cloudfront.net/whatever/sound/UI/food on MP3. I don't know how I want to bold this. The /public part gets removed. However, the bundle.min.js has a root override specified. So it will be produced in as cloudfront.net/assets/ bundle.min.js. Right? Is that what happened? That better be what happened. Otherwise, I'm lost here. Oh no, what? Oh, there it is. Assets, yeah. Bundle.min. I should talk about versioning at some point. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, Smacks. What was the book about? Oh, it's what I would describe as a lighthearted adventure book. So yeah, it was fiction, and it was a borderline comedy book, but it was not described as comedy by the two people who read it. But that was my original intention. It's about procrastinating, how there are two types. One with... Oh, I might have seen this. Yeah, I think I have seen this. Well, there's an ad playing right now, but... Yeah, as if I see the guy's face, I'll know. There we go. No, never mind. No, I don't think I have. Okay, yeah. I'll write this down. I'm not sure if I'll get to this. And not, I know, jokes about procrastination, haha, but that's not why. It's because it's a half-hour video. What do I think of Azure? I think it's good. I use it actually for one part of Botland. But, yeah, it seems fine to me. I don't like their online interface. I think it's very clunky. Okay, so versions. Versus hashes. The whole point of asset map priv.json is to keep track of hashes so that I can publish files using versions in them. There were a couple of reasons for this, although neither one is really that compelling. Oh, nice, Bukar. Yeah, it entered beta as of 3 weeks ago. Well, 3 weeks in a day. They aren't that compelling. So one was I wanted to be able to look at an S3 folder and manually delete old versions if I needed to. By putting version numbers right in the names, I could quickly do this. Okay, yeah, thank you both. I'll check that stuff out. And part of the reason I'm not sure if I'll end up watching the whole thing or reading that whole post is because I've seen something pretty similar, and I think a lot of procrastination is about expectations. So basically, procrastination is saying you'll do something and then not doing it. But if you just don't say you'll do the thing, it's not technically procrastination. And anyway, I don't know what functional impact that's going to have on my life. So yeah, it didn't. The talks I'd already seen didn't change too much. Okay, and then the other thing was by just using versions, file names would be shorter and easier to type. Well, URLs would just be shorter. Okay, cool. So this is the root folder thing. Now we need to talk about asset map. So I added a property called isFolder. Accommodate one specific scenario, injecting Blockly with all of its media. Blockly.inject. This talk is overrated. I watched a bunch of times, didn't help. But I think that's what happens with almost any motivational technique, is some people will watch it and it just won't do anything for them. And other people watch it and be like, this changed my life. I'm a new person. So I imagine it just didn't resonate with you. But it may not mean that it's a bad talk. Hey, Spurman. I don't know where I did this inject. If I search for Blockly Media. Yeah, here it is. Workspace configuration. Blockly only accepts a directory and then finds all files relative to that. By specifying that an asset is a folder, you're saying that you only want to, well, not that you only, that you want to upload a new version of all child assets of that folder whenever any of the assets changes. I can just say change here. If Blockly media / whatever's in there, let's go find it. Public Blockly media click.mp3. All of will be uploaded to Blockly media 2. Cool. So files, on the other hand, are treated on an individual basis. If spritesheet1.png changes, then only that one will be re-uploaded. Yeah. Oh man, it's a lot of stuff to do. Okay. So this smf.json is intended to be consumed by clients directly. It just contains asset keys and asset values. The keys are some way of identifying the asset, e.g. this. They contain folders in them so that you can have 2 assets with the same name. Without worrying about collisions. The values are the URL to pull the assets from. And I need to write how all this works locally. What do you like about it over Postman? Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing that too. I think things like this are nice enough to just try out probably and then see. With Postman, I'm pretty happy with it. There are a couple of things that I think, well, one, the UI is just relatively confusing if you're ever trying to do anything beyond just set up an API. Like these things, for example, I still don't really know how to make a new subfolder in here. And there's probably an easy way, and I just haven't, it's not intuitive, I guess. I haven't figured it out. So I have to keep duplicating things every time and then renaming. And then other things, sometimes this UI gets messed up. And one thing that I actually really, really don't like, so if I hover over something here, let's say I hover over this, it tells you the value of it. And I don't think there's a way to turn this off. This is a great feature if you're not streaming. In fact, I would love this feature if I wasn't streaming. But what I have to be really careful about is in these headers, I have passwords. And if I hover over the password, it'll just show you guys right on stream. And the process for me changing these passwords is really, really obnoxious. Yeah, so I can show you this. This one, I have this set to local, so it's just password. That's fine. But if I ever set it to AWS again, then that's a real password it would show you. So yeah, I don't like that. Hey, L9. I'm feeling okay. I'm just tired, that's all. How are you doing, L9? My main issue is the organization. Yeah, and even things like searching. So if I say something like buy item and then I delete this, now I have to go back to where I was. I don't know. Maybe that's normal. Anyway, I haven't been like super happy with the UI, but other than that, it's pretty powerful. It does what it should do. I haven't had many problems with that. Just the URLs to pull the assets from. Okay. Hey, Havite. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I don't think we're going to be doing a whole lot of programming today. Doing alright, just got back from a 1.5 hour walk. Feeling great. Yeah, nice. Asset map priv.json is only intended to be consumed by the deploy process. Well, yeah, so create asset map uses this as the hash database to figure out if a change has been made to a file. If a file no longer exists on the file system, then it's deleted. Oh, maybe that's going to be a problem. Yeah, because then if we try reusing that file, it could still be on CloudFront. We'd have to invalidate things. That is a problem. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just write this down. I don't think it's a big deal right now, but it could be a big deal later. Oh, nice, L9. Yeah, nice. Yeah, null pointer, you can do that even in Postman. If you click code here, you can get all the different ways of using this. So I could do something like JavaScript, jQuery, XHR. They sent you pictures? That's a really cool effect. Wait, but they sent you these pictures? What I don't understand is you had a problem with the monitors and you returned it, right? Yeah, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Happened during shipping? Did you return them not because there was a problem like this? Because I received my monitor in this kind of shape. The entire top half of the screen was broken. And I had to return it for that reason. This is deleted from asset map priv. This is actually problematic. If we ever re-add that file, it may still be on CloudFront with an old that would need to be invalidated. That's a mass murder of pixels. Oh, random flickering, okay. What's going on with that blub queue? Are they saying that they can't accept it because of what happened in shipping? Or what? I guess the best way I could do this thing is in here when I say that something was deleted. Yeah, I gotta be careful about that. Okay, well there's that. And the deploy process checks this to figure out what logic to use when deploying. If an asset exists as a file here, It gets uploaded directly to the assets folder on CloudFront with the right version in the name. If an asset exists as in a folder specified in the JSON, then it gets uploaded somewhere like Blockly Media 3 without a version in its name. And if an asset doesn't exist at all inside asset map priv.json, using fave icons, then it gets uploaded just like how the old system worked. Is there a problem? It'll probably take longer to get your money back. Yeah, I still don't know what's going to happen with my stuff. Hey, you know, on YouTube videos, you can freeze frame using comma and period. So you can actually see that frame where this thing gets messed up. Interesting. I'm not going to show that on stream because it's on my video. So this goes to here. So can we copy the URL to this? How do we do that? Link. So when running locally, the asset loader itself, I guess I could say the client side of this stuff. The client creates an asset loader which is responsible for mapping asset keys to asset values according to asset map.json. This is really straightforward. When running locally, the asset loader itself just doesn't transform keys at all, meaning whatever the client tries to load, let's say sounds/foo.mp3, will be found on the file system. dist/development/sound/foo.mp3 rather than a CloudFront link. Hey, noob. Okay, I think that's everything. So we got notes for this stuff. Yeah, so this is where we're at now. We're kind of, what do you want to see if I'm gonna continue to stream the rest of today? Because there are a couple of things that I could do here. One is go through this stabilization. Oh, first of all, let's mark this as done. (11/29/2017). Yeah. So nice. So one thing I could do, yeah, programming anyway, we could design something around the stabilization list. Figure out what to tackle, plan what that would involve. Programming, this would require me doing this. Yeah, music stuff, playing Botland. Other, I don't know about Borderlands. Work on MTX, what is that? I mean, for now, I am just going to play Botland for a little bit. Not really feeling it. Have you thought of maybe implementing some random small fun feature you wanted to add? Docs giveaway. I don't know if it's a good idea to start working on new features. It had to be really small. But I guess that's a vote for programming anyway. Oh, microtransactions. Yeah. So I'm not necessarily wondering, just to be clear here, SWAT Kid, I'm not necessarily wondering like how could I still get value today. I'm wondering how can you guys get value today? Like what would you want to watch? Because normally this would just be a programming stream and I would have not been a little baby today. Oh, what did I just press? Shield, melee, reflect. There are a lot of these. Huh. I need to figure out, it still stands okay. I still need to figure out how to get my script to work the way I want it to. The enemy exists and try to reflect. Melee, pursue an enemy, otherwise repair. I have an idea. Yeah, I have an idea. Voting for Borderline 1. Hey, Ralph. Have you thought about different fonts? For what? You mean things like these buttons? Or in Sublime? Okay, I have an idea for a bot that can be better than what I have now. This whole can reflect, that part's fine. What we want though is if nothing's in melee range, we want to repair ourselves. Yeah. For example, tutorial text. The tutorial may be in a different font from the rest of the game, but the other fonts that you see mostly should be two that we've pretty much settled on. So for example, everything you see on the outside of the screen here, so not Blockly, Blockly uses its own font right now, but everything you see on the outside of the screen, those fonts are pretty much final. But it is still on the radar, definitely. Okay, what I want to do is this. I want to find out if melee won't hit. I don't really care if there's an enemy, I guess. I want to repair myself. In fact, I probably want to put this down here. Oh, whoops, what did I just do? Darn it, no, that was the wrong thing. We want to put this up here, and we want pursue to be down here. There. Yeah, now I want to try this out. I don't want reflect though. Let's get rid of that and let's put in regeneration. Okay, these are the best bots. Let's see if it works. So my bots are gonna stand there. They'll move forward a little bit. Okay, this should not happen. Oh boy, yeah, no, this is gonna go poorly. Yeah, they're gonna end up repairing themselves infinitely. But they died anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it did not work how I'd planned. It said turns to 40. Turns is less than 0. Turns -1, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, let's try something else then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna put this here and here. And we're gonna see what happens. What do their bots do? Yeah, they're moving randomly. So for 40 turns, we're gonna hang out here, and then we're gonna go pursue them. stragglers. They should move. There we go. Yeah. So now they're gonna murder these bots, and then they'll repair themselves back up to full. That was not full, but still decent. No, run. Sorry. Okay, that didn't totally work either. I guess I need to improve this bot, definitely. So what do they have left? Shield, melee, reflect. Yeah, we need my melee zapper bot. There. Do it, bots. You can do it. No, you can't do it. Alright. They lost. That's their fault. We're gonna beat the next people. Yeah. I got this. Okay, they went after chips. Definitely not good. But yeah, everything here can be reflected. Wow. Let them just melt away. Nice. Yeah, so these are the bots that I'm trying to beat right now. And that's what this is supposed to do. So if I put these here, they should ideally work against this strategy. Oh, I think I already messed up. Yeah, that bot's going in on its own. That's not good. Yeah, definitely not good. Also, what? His bots are like super powerful. What is going on? I think it's because their shield and this damage boost. Which, that's really bad for me. Because the only way my bots win is not in a one-on-one. They win when they kill a bot and then they have time to repair. And they don't have that. Oh, you know what? We could just buy armor. Yeah, there. Now that we have armor, let's put armor level 3 and repair level 1. I don't think this will be much better, but it might be a little bit better. So these will stand around for 40 turns, which gives the opponent time to just wander over toward me. Hey, Geldon. Okay, come on. You can do it. No. Okay, these bots are horrendous. Why are these doing so much damage? Man, I'm like barely gonna beat those. But then there are these that I'm not gonna be able to beat at all. Yeah, it's too bad. Alright, we're just gonna lose. Fine, might as well lose with some dignity here. There. We'll kill a couple of the bots. Yeah, 3 of them died. But I think that's it. Yeah, I got destroyed. Just destroyed. Oh, hey, it's Pawn. Lasers, melee, shield, artillery, reflect, melee. It's a pretty interesting bot combo. Okay, I think what we can do here is go after the CPU directly. Maybe he won't back up. He probably will. It's not gonna stop me. We're gonna put down one of these. We're gonna put down this and this. There. Oh, that took a lot of damage. Okay, I don't know what this bot's doing, but that was really stupid. Why can't I see what kind of stuff enemy bots use, but you can? Are you using dev hacks? No, you can just click an enemy bot and you can see what it's using. I didn't make that clear in the game, and eventually it's going to be easier to do. But yeah, that's the whole point of botland. If you click enemy bots, you see the config of your own bot. What you're probably doing is you probably have a blueprint selected, and then you're clicking an enemy bot. So it's trying to place your bot on top of the enemy, maybe. And if that's not the case, then it could just be a bug. But yeah, if you deselect by just clicking empty space and then click a bot, you should see what it has. Oh man, I'm getting destroyed by lasers and I shouldn't be. However, I don't think his defense is actually that smart. No, come on. Oh, darn it. Well, there is still a way to win this, and it's this way. There. Take that pawn. Yeah, nice. Oh, I actually might still loot this. No. Yeah, definitely. No pointer. It's an already finished attack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bug. Yeah. Actually, wait. Yeah, that's a bug. Yep. How many bills does pawn have? I don't know. I can't check anymore thanks to that bug. Alright. Lasers, melee, reflect, thrusters. And then artillery, regen, melee. Okay, let's try this. I want one of these. I have a bot that has... Yeah, this. I love this bot. This is the best one. I don't know how well it works, but we're going to try it. Oh no. Oh. That was bad. That was really bad. Okay. New plan. Emergency teleport equals function. This. There. We're gonna emergency teleport if our life is too low. If life is less than, let's say 600, emergency teleport. There. Now let's try that same script. Let's do this. I think this will perform much better now. So it's gonna take a ton of damage, and then they should teleport away. Nice. Now they'll repair themselves, and then they'll go try it again. This is so cheap. Oh man. They fully heal and they go in again to try to do some damage. Oh, that one died. Uh-oh. Hey, Weedley. And yeah, that is correct, Ralph. It's supposed to do that. Okay, this didn't end up working. So here's what we can do. We can combine this with an even cheesier strategy. You ready? Coward strats. You can't even imagine the coward strats I'm about to do. We're gonna put this one down. Yeah. Alright. You ready? Maximum coward strats. Yep, so these are repairing themselves. Oh wait, the other one died? Uh-oh, that shouldn't happen. My bot should never die. Nice. This is working perfectly. The only question is, will I have enough time to win this match? Because I'm very slowly killing their bots. And this one's about to die. And now that's dead. Okay, well that sucks. Yep, I don't think I'm gonna win this. We'll speed it up. Oh nice, actually did work. Cheapest strategy in the world. Yeah, that was pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Melee armor teleport. Okay, that's actually, these are the bots that are supposed to kill this. Not totally sure how this will work though, because landmines would be really good against this. Yeah, See? Teleport away. Just gun these down while they're on their way over to me. They take 3 shots to kill me completely. Man, maybe melee is overpowered. Yeah, they have 2 damage boosts, which increases their damage output by 30% total. And melee on its own does 550 damage. So 715 damage total. And you only have 2,000 life. So yeah, 3 hits. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, that's brutal. Do they have regeneration or something? They have armor, that's why. Yeah, these are really, really powerful bots. Well, we could just knock out the damage boost chip. But where's the fun in that? So let's try that out. So now we'll get closer. We teleport away. Nice. That's gonna die to artillery fire. Yep. Hey, Emmy. Oh no, what's going on? No. This is close to being able to live, but it's gonna get shot down. Yeah. And yeah, the long arm is because of teleport when melee tries to work. Oh man, okay, here's the last ditch effort. We put down 3 bots like that, and we hope that Zapper just totally destroys them. Oh, they can't do it. They can't do it. That sucks. Wow. Okay, next match. Oh, I think this defense is actually really hard to kill. What rating is this? Yeah, number 2. I was not able to beat this last time. But I have an idea. If I move into missile range, but not artillery range, no, but then these can fire at me. Yeah, and I can't do enough damage because of these repair bots. So the strategies, the cheesy strategies won't work. Okay, let's swarm them with the Zapper bots. Let's start these over here, and let's put one bot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna put this one here. That way we can kill off the chip. Yeah, so I should attack this. Good. And then by the time this makes it over there, actually Zapper's gonna probably run out. No, that's not good. That's really bad. Really, really bad. Oh god. It's painful. I can't ever seem to beat this defense. Yeah, this is just gonna go on forever. I don't have the damage to punch through this. Yeah, it just fully healed itself. Ah, brutal. Okay, let's try my all-in strategy again. This time it'll work for sure. Ah, taking too much damage. There's just missiles coming from everywhere. Yeah, wow. There's like no chance of winning this now. And they have melee to top it all off. Brutal. Yeah, just brutal. Best bot lane player? I am not the best bot lane player, as evidenced by all this. Inferno Zapper. Reflect melee. You know, I wonder if it'd be a good change to eventually make it so defender bots have fewer slots. I'm talking about making this change for everybody. That way there's less for you to examine here, but then certain strategies just wouldn't be possible. But I guess you have... Yeah, maybe I should consider that. Consider a major change to botland balance, where defenders only get 5 slots per bot. It would change the UI, available strategies, etc. There are a few reasons for wanting to do this. One is it makes it easier for attackers to understand what defenders have available to them. 2, defenders can keep refining their scripts over time and try to make their bots work together more so than attackers, since they have many trials played against them. Guy revenge. Let me mute this for a second. Yeah, I think this would actually be an interesting change. It'll probably never happen. But part of the issue right now is you click one of these bots and you're like, okay, reflect, shield, missiles, and all 3 of those things. So it's mostly a missiles and reflect bot. So you kind of think of how to counter that and you're like, okay, fine. Then you look at something, well, I guess Swine may not have an example of this, but some people have like level 1 of something just to kind of have it, and you wouldn't be able to do that as much. No, this would be nerfing like everyone's defense, which I guess is still your point, but okay. So Inferno Zapper on all this stuff. However, I'll also reflect on these. Yeah, the other thing I need to do is make a medium range weapon that is not reflectable, because we have a long range weapon and a short range weapon that's not reflectable, but not a medium range one. And I think Flamethrower is going to be that. Because this strategy is get really close and then destroy you. And so you'd be like, okay, well, I'll fire at them from far away. Oh, you know what though? Oh, we could use landmines. Do I have landmines? If not, we gotta get landmines. No, we don't have it. I really want to cheat right now. Hey, Ankocha. Yeah, landmines would be perfect for this. I don't know. Also, new hardware idea. Suffer like the rest of us. I don't have to. These would have a lower post-lay mine cooldown, but the mines wouldn't last for long at all. Maybe like 5 to 8 turns. What if I gave myself a loan? No, I kind of want to treat this like I'm a normal player. So I would need to sell off anything that I own here and try to earn money. But even then, it's not going to be enough. Maybe if I'd been paying attention to missions this whole time. Pawn defeated your defense. Antimatter Tape's attack was thwarted. Heyo. No, Blub, I haven't cheated yet in beta. I cheated all the time in alpha. I got practically everything. Had a railgun that damages everything in a line, just an idea. Yeah, I think I had that written down somewhere. Where is it? Wait, is it here? Bounce laser is kind of similar. Is it one of the scrapped ideas that I had? Cut hardware. Pierce lasers, yeah. Pierce the target and hits any behind it. Yeah, I think this is something I should reconsider though. And I write down next to it why I did it. And it said, yeah, you can't really set up this scenario. This was in the old style of Botland. Yeah, I think this should be I think this should be uncut, as in it should be put back onto the list of ideas that can be used. Pierce the target, hit any behind it. Alternatively, these increase the range by 5 every time they hit a bot, but bounces would still be in the same direction. That would be really, really powerful. Yeah. I'll have to think about that. Should be called railgun? Yeah. Well, the reason you might want to call it lasers is so that it's obvious that it takes up the slot of lasers. But yeah. Do I have any other notes written down here? Yeah, I should put that back. You know, we should file all these ideas too. Maybe I'll do that. Well, fine, so how do I get money then? Reflect 150 projectiles. So I need reflect, artillery, and shield, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna play a bunch of matches with reflect, artillery, and shield. Mission bot. This will never work. Because I have to win the match eventually. Call it fail gun. Yeah, where is it? Reflect and then figure it out. Yeah, sounds good. Update. Okay, go mission bot. You can do it. I don't have any faith that this bot can do anything. It should just immediately lose. Yeah, because this is gonna just keep getting closer. It won't take any damage. And then there, yep, now I'm dying. I can't believe you told this. Yeah, this is bad. Bad, 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 bad. Oh, that was miserable. Buys teleport a set level. Can't you make it level 1, teleport 3 blocks? Level 2, teleports for 5. Level 3 for 7. It was a set level. Well, so there are different ways I could design it, definitely. But I don't think teleporting 3 blocks would ever really be that helpful. Then again, that's not really up to me to decide, I guess. We could just let players do it. But yeah, 7 tiles would be overpowered. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Just use that and reflect a melee. Are you trying to give me strategy advice, Pawn? Are you trying to... Am I seeing this? I'm the one who should be giving you strategy advice. 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, it's something that we could change. Teleport to me was kind of like you either get the utility or you don't. But yeah, I could always change it. Maybe I can write you a tutorial on how to play. Yeah, please do that. Okay, we'll just put these bots in a line and we'll hope that they do what they should. That way we don't have to listen to Pawn anymore. Yeah, perfect. See, these are doing great. As evidenced by them dying immediately. Alright, let's just forfeit the match. Next battle. Lasers, melee, and shield. Yeah, let's put down good old mission bot here. This actually did work. Did I complete the mission? No, come on. Missiles. I'm just gonna keep putting down the mission bots. I just need money. These bots not even do anything? It only counts when you deal damage with splash here. Yeah, which will be that. So that should have actually completed the mission. Yeah, perfect. That one's done. So now I'm at 27 bot coin. I'm not going to get the other 23. I need to complete a mission and also win like 7 games. Halfway there. Okay, let's just try to use shield with a normal strategy. So mission bot, we'll get rid of this stuff. We'll put on shield, armor. No, not armor. Armor level 1. And melee. You're not the boss of me. Yeah, I should do something like that. We're gonna see how far this gets us. This is not getting us very far at all. Oh wait, oh Nomad's the most... Oh no, I always want to play against Nomad. I just lost my shot. Darn it. I haven't even seen this defense. And Nomad's the #1 defender in bot land. Oh no, I can't do it now. No. Aw, that sucks. That really sucks. Hey, Tupper Box. Yeah, fine. I give up. We're done. We're done. Let's go upgrade my defense. Yeah, let's just change this to something else. Teleport, melee, and reflect. I wonder if we only use these bots, how these would perform. Probably poorly. Let's test this. Mixed bag. Oh, whoa! Calm it on down. Yeah, unfortunately they're teleporting out like one at a time. And they don't do anything other than that? What else do they do? 10% chance to just move? Make it 15% chance. No, that's not nearly enough. 30%. And even this, I feel, should probably be a percent chance. There's an 80% chance that we reflect. Maybe, you know what would be interesting? If we did this. Ready to become the first to stream? To see the might of my first emote? Yeah, I am. Finally got accepted, nice. Let's see it. Also, you ready for this? This is where things are gonna get real. Soul 1 potato. Neat. It looks like if you turn it on its side, it would be a face. How do you... Yeah. It looks like a Minecraft character almost. Why so unhappy though? It's a teddy bear. Alright, see you, Leo. And yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be more myself the next time you come back, which will... Next time I'll be streaming, it'll be Friday, I think. Alright, so we're going to create a new variable, turns. And we're going to set turns to 0. And then every turn we're going to change it. Change turns by 1. And then we're going to have a percent chance to move based on how many turns have passed. Hey, Kevkov. So we need to set a number. Chance to move. Set chance to move to... Let's see. Yeah, sure. Round. We want to take the number of turns divided by 2 plus whoa, block me. Where'd it go? There it is. And we want to add 30 to this. And I guess the only thing that needs to be rounded is this. Yeah, there. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We start with a 30% chance to move randomly. Every turn it goes up 0.5%. So after 50 turns, we'll be moving randomly about half the time. So they start out, they're moving randomly a little bit. Then they move more and more. That's not really the greatest thing, is it? Maybe it should be a little bit faster ramp up there. So maybe we just don't divide by 2. No, but that's not really that different from just completely moving randomly. Maybe first I put this. I don't know. I don't think this is a great strategy or anything. Where is percent chance? Here. So if percent chance so there'd be a 30% chance that we just move left. Oh, forward, I guess. So now most of the time I'm going to move left. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah. I want this to be times 1.5. Regeneration doesn't really help me here though. I need this to be damage boost. Yeah, let's save this and let's go buy a chip. Or maybe armor boost even. We have reflect, so I guess. God, all these are good choices. Just regen isn't. So I could get 10% less damage. Or I can get 30% more. I'm gonna go with this. Save. Okay, let's try this out. I'll make a new link and we'll copy this into chat. Okay, so can you guys try to play against that? And then I'll watch the replays. None of these matter. Yeah, this is my old defense that everyone beat. The stupid defense. Not like this new one is that great. Yeah, I want to see what it's weak to. Looks like antimatter tape destroyed me. Wait, how though? Yeah, what, this bot ended up beating me? Wait, no. Oh, antimatter tape lost. Okay. No, never mind. It's this one where I lost. Yeah, too many of my bots are taking a ton of damage. What are these? Zapper, reflected mana. Yeah. Pawn needed exactly those 2 cards to win. No, this is just frustrating. Watching this. This no-skill botland player. What pawn defeated your defense? No. Who's this no-skill botland player? Oh, moving left is probably a bad idea, huh? Wrecked. You know what? I should get... I don't have the money for this. I need money. I need to cheat. Yeah, this is pretty much the counter to what I'm doing. And you killed my chips. How'd you do that? Oh, you targeted them at the beginning. Okay, change of plans. Well, actually, we beat Blub. How did that work? Oh, but Blub has Reflect. Reflect won't actually do anything against me. Diving into my melee fist. Okay, the defense held up pretty well. But then again, I feel like we need to improve this. Okay, so we're gonna spread this out a little bit. And we're gonna change the script so that there's only a 10% chance that we do that. There. Now we're unbeatable. I'll make a new link. Unbeatable. Hey Mario. Good luck. You'll need it. Meanwhile, I gotta go try to complete these. Although I have two bot coin. That's it. I need to just throw shield on it. I don't like using shield. That's the problem. That's why I never end up winning matches with it. Maybe what we could do is I don't want to modify this. I like that bot. I don't want to modify any of these bots. Yeah, fine. We'll use this one, and it won't work that well. Get wrecked. Oh, fine. It was an experimental defense. And clearly it didn't work that well. Yeah, I lose. Cancel, I don't want to watch it. What happened here? Artillery, thrusters, and melee. Oh, I never increased my sensor range. We gotta go fix that really fast. There. Doesn't matter, still wrecked it. Okay, well now we can take a look. Yeah, you killed this chip. Wait a second, this was the old one, right? No, this was the old defense you played against. You gotta play against a new one. No, this doesn't count, antimatter tape. Play against this. I mean, it still counts. Avatar's been updated. Yeah. Wonder how many people are on Botland right now. Probably 3. Oh, no, it's more than 3. It's 5. And one of them is playing against me. Hey Kit, how you doing? GG noob? So what, you won? You think you can just go around beating people? Let's see what luck-based strategy pawn used. 2 phases? Oh man. Yeah, I probably should have just attacked my own defense and tried to figure out where these things are failing. You know, shield is probably going to be a way better choice here. Or even just cutting reflect completely. Yeah. Okay, rapid iteration. Last defense update was stored and displayed to you with every attack you get. What does this mean? The last defense update was stored and displayed to you with every attack you get. Do you want a way of identifying identify like which version of your defense? Or are you suggesting like a bigger feature than that? Sometimes script changes are very small and it can be quite hard to guess which version they played against. Yeah, I think overall this is really tough to do. We can give a number to each of your defenses so that you could be like, okay, yeah, that was 2 versions ago, but you wouldn't know what was happening in that version. I'm doing well, kid. Have you tried using EMP? Shut up. Okay, let's swap this out for shield. Or maybe both? What does level 1 shield do? Damage absorbed 150. No, shield isn't helping, or reflect isn't helping me at all. Yeah, the last update date would be perfect. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I'll write that down. I want to write down all those ideas too. Let's see, this one's done, this was done. This I never tested. We still need to do that. But this is finished. Take a look at... Okay. So, what was I going to do? It's going to add in shield. And we're going to put this here if there is no enemy. Yeah. Okay, those should do slightly better. Because now when they engage in battle, they'll have 300 life more than what they had. And I think level 2 is the perfect amount for this. But yeah, melee does kind of burn through these. Sir Rackley's attack was thwarted. Antimatter Tape's attack was thwarted. Nice. Let's see. Let's skip right to phase 3. Actually killed a decent amount of my bots. Ooh. Yeah. Wow, if your bot had teleported away. Wow, I guess it doesn't have teleport. Yeah, barely won there. Hey, Louis. Oh yeah, actually I should change that. I was playing bot land. Yeah, I'm doing well. I've been feeling pretty lethargic today. I got some wrap-up level work done. I'm happy about that. At least today wasn't a total wash. How are you doing, Louis? Alright, what's this? Melee, artillery, and shield. Yeah. See, artillery won't have much of an impact because by the time you can use it, I'm in melee range. I wonder if Sir Rackley changed up their strategy in the second phase. No. Okay. Yeah. Nice. These are still the reflect bots. Yeah. I went all in on this strategy. I know what it's weak to, but if other people don't know what it's weak to, then we should be fine. Just figuring out how this stuff works. Oh yeah, that's fair. I hope you had fun. Covered for a few busy days. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and e-commerce land is busy. Yeah, man. And it's not fun to have issues that weren't on your radar all of a sudden be on your radar. Well, nice. Maybe you can be bitten by a radioactive server, and then you'll become DevOps man. Well, I don't have the money to buy anything else, and the stuff that I want to buy in the game is... What did I want? I want landmines. I definitely want landmines. And I want area repair. And I want EMP. I want those 3 things. I don't care about cloaking. I kind of want vampiric lasers. I don't care about these two. Inferno Zapper is actually really good too. Yeah, I guess there's a decent amount of stuff I want in the game. So I think as I add more, it'll get better and better. Oh, let's play a couple more attacks. And then that's it. I just give up. I've beaten Smoo. I think most of the times I've played against Smoo. So I better not lose this time. Where is it? This. Yeah. That's what we're going with. First of all, let's put this over here and over here. And then one over here. This is going to take a while, I think. That's right. Okay. Nice. Ah, that one died. Okay, good. Working pretty well. That was not good. Oh man, nice. Okay, so now I think we can go clean up with the artillery bots. Actually, we can do one more phase just to be safe here, like that, and then put one artillery bot down. Not that one. This one? No, not that one. Yeah, this one. Does that matter, too? Did you fight yourself? Is that what you're saying? Alright, so now these will heal up to full. And these will go in. Yeah, it makes me wonder if repair level 1 is maybe too powerful. I don't know. Because, like, this strategy is pretty ridiculous that I'm doing. Okay, L9. Melee, thrusters, reflect. Yeah, the thrusters part is what's gonna kill me here. I already know it. But let's still try this anyway. I put these here. What's gonna happen is L9's gonna close this gap so rapidly that I won't have a chance to really do anything other than fire maybe 2 lasers. And then I'm gonna teleport away, but he'll close that distance really rapidly too. So check this out, I slowed it down. They're moving so fast. So I teleport away and I start firing again, but they're still gonna close that distance really fast. Okay, not bad. This thing needs to run away or it's gonna die. Okay, good. And now it'll get in melee range, I think. No, it's gonna die. It died, okay. This thing's getting shot. Perfect. Teleport out of range. This is a great strategy. That came so close to living. So close. Yeah, it's a tonic. But I feel like it's good for me to at least test the game every once in a while. And also just play on stream. Spread some awareness that botland exists. And then pwn some noobs. Nice, nice. Nope, that died. Okay, that was too hasty. Yeah, this won't work. I got wrecked there. Okay, well that was terrible. So let's start the bots over here. These 3 have to go on to just win the game. Unfortunately, Reflect is doing so much damage to me. So we got 1 bot for free. If we can get another 3 or 4 bots for free, then we can win. Nah, it's over. We got shot by too much artillery. I did not add the victory fanfare, no. That's one of the things I'm thinking of doing in the afternoon, is plugging this thing in and seeing how it works. Hey, L1. Yeah, my bots are dead. Alright. Well, failed to win. So 3D extended. What do we have here? There's just a million different kinds of bots. Alright, well guess what? We're not even going to read the rest of them. We're just going to put these here and cross our fingers. Yep. Just keep doing that. This did not work. I have buyer's remorse. Yeah. 5 bots left in the end. Hey, Mini BTS. Welcome back. Yeah, so this isn't actually mine 85 filter. This is a friend's, and he's letting me borrow it. And I wanted to try it out because the one I do have is, let's see, 1, 2, like 2.5 times the size of this. So it's just too much to fit on the desk all the time. But also has a lot more controls. By the way, I am doing horribly. Yeah, there are too many bots here. Let's see. We could try one of these side strategies. We would need to use lasers and reflect. How would we do this? Do I not have a bot that already does this? The built-in arpeggiator is cool. Yeah, I don't really have the strategy I want for this. I want to just use this bot for pretty much everything, but it doesn't work on some of the strategies. It doesn't stop me though. Okay, teleport away. Good. No! I was killed by reflect. Do they have regen? No, they don't. Okay, we're gonna put our bots like this and just kill this armor boost chip. There. Take that. Yeah, good. Not getting murdered by reflect this time. Yeah, that bot's dead. Perfect. Yeah. Nice. Now they should teleport away. Good. That died to lasers. Man, this is like a million little mini battle. I like it. So we can just summon the cleanup crew now. Oh, no, we can't. We only have 2 bots. Lasers, melee, reflect, and artillery and melee. Yeah, I think this can win. We just gotta put this here and hope that we don't die to reflect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that was shot down. That teleports away. That teleports away. Nice. These will heal back to full, and then it's a 2v2. Perfect. No, no, 85 filter. No, I'm gonna win it. Yeah, perfect. There it is. Barely won. 12, haha. Wonder if this is after the Twitch meme. Missiles, vampiric lasers, and shield. Lasers, melee, and shield. You know, an artillery and reflect bot actually wouldn't be too bad. Artillery, reflect, melee. So we put these here. Oh, whoa, that did a lot better than I thought it would. Nice. Yeah, that's it. We win. Well, when I say we win, I mean we're about to. We better. Yeah, there. Ooh. My bot wasn't even moving. Hey, Sky Cannon. Beta's going well. I haven't put in a lot of time toward improving the client in the game. I've put in a lot of time toward improving the back end. So this whole set of stabilization tasks here. So finished stuff, this is what I've been working on since the beta. And yeah, I think it's going pretty well. So what happened is, beta launched on the 7th. Then the 8th and the 10th were basically like wastes of days. So I started working on the stabilization thing starting on the 13th. So you can see by the 14th we'd finished this, then the 15th, 18th, 24th. So these things are going well. I am making pretty solid progress through this list. It has shrunk. We just have more things to do, and I don't think today's the day to do them. Today is the day to destroy people in Botland. Oh, it's time to get revenge. I've been waiting for this match. We're gonna put our all into this one. I get to place 13 bots? What level is Baki? Wow. Shield, reflect, melee. Yeah, I think my strategy is going to work even better here. If I put this here, this here, this here. Yeah, so the chips just die for free. That was good. And then I got wrecked. Like, severely wrecked. But I think we can pull this back because we have 10 more bonds. Yeah. It's just super powerful. Okay. Yeah, so I want to start adding to this list because I've had a bunch of things here that I wanted to write down. I'm going to try to add them to the Excel sheet in the future. So we're going to just file all of these. Adam is filing some hardware/chip ideas written down for a while. Okay. Let's go start. So lasers, or landmines, I mean. Where are landmines? Here we go. Landmines, ranged mines, EMP mines, instant landmines, infinite, napalm, knockback, charge, remote. Yeah, so I want some like quick lay landmines. Let's put those here. Scalable, I don't know. Lay mine has a shorter cooldown, but the mines don't last for long. Cool. So artillery that has friendly fire damage. Perhaps this is only available to defenders. The downside is pretty easy to mitigate, so I suppose it won't have a huge upside. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's all just canvas. That's how they get smooth scrolling. Oh, really? Wow. That's pretty impressive. They released an official patch to fix it. Nice. Yeah, I was reading about that a lot yesterday. Yeah, I'm just going to file these things here. Double reflect. Lasts for a shorter time but can reflect reflected projectiles. I don't think this is a good idea. I think I'm just going to put this directly into cut ideas. Man, it was probably a nightmare to make this be entirely in the canvas. Because they can't make use of anything that's... Wait, no, it can't be entirely in the canvas, right? Because you can have this menu pop up for the canvas, can you? You'd need a text input. This is just a regular text input. So I guess they do use probably some DOM elements. But yeah, it must have been a nightmare to do this. So reason that we're cutting this. Yeah, that's probably what they do. There's a hard counter to a thing that's supposed to counter you. E.g., you have lasers and double reflect. So the enemy can't just add reflect. And it'd probably be a nightmare to code. And finally, it may be hard to animate. Whoops. Hey Clayman. I hate ladies. Maybe double reflect should be used once. Yeah, I probably just won't code this. I hate Senches. Nice to see you again. What's up? Clayman, I played against you today. I think I lost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost. Hardware idea, guaranteed reflect. I like this idea. Well, actually, do I like this idea? I don't know. If it lasts for... Yeah. Lasts for one reflect. I think this is fine. I think it's an interesting enough idea to try to add. Where is reflect right now? Oh, I just don't have any other reflects here. There's just one reflect. Seriously? Cloak, repair, shield. Oh, there it is. Reflect, reflect, artillery. So insert row. Hey, Alfred. Guaranteed reflect. Lasts for a single reflect rather than a certain number of turns. It's guaranteed to reflect that one projectile though. I'm not that good at botland. So note, anything with faster attack speed is going to be crazy for defenders with plus damage dealt. I think most games try to mitigate this by making it so that damage is not added just as a flat percentage. It's based on your attack speed as well. So in a game where, I don't know, you have like a dagger and it has like 5 attacks per second or something, and it only does 1 damage, so it would be 5 DPS, right? And then you have a sword, which would be like 1 attack per second, but for 5 damage. So both of these are technically balanced. They do 5 DPS, right? But if you have some like plus 100% damage dealt per hit, actually I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? Yeah, it doesn't really matter in this case. Why did I write this down then? I don't know. I guess it's more for other kinds of procs. I don't have other kinds of procs right now. Finally pulled the trigger on this one. Standing desk. Oh. Yeah, this looks good, but you got to do the assembly of the actual tabletop, right? Yeah, I can share screenshots too. I can Photoshop things. We all know about inspect element. I didn't lose. Gonna use a current top? Okay. Yeah, nice. I guess I should write this in chip ideas then, not here. So anything with faster attack speed. Will be crazy for percent chance on kinds of chip buffs. Yeah. Limit the number of procs. Hey, LeVay. If someone coughs on you, you don't say bless you when someone coughs, not in America at least. I think you mean sneezes. But I don't think that should happen. I'd probably still say bless you and just glare at them. The thing I don't understand about standing desks is cable management. Yeah, I have a plug directly in the desk that I can plug in, like my phone charger, for example. So the only cables that are hanging off my desk right now are monitors, all the peripherals basically, monitors, keyboard, mouse, and speakers. So Clayman, I was using melee and shield to try to finish the mission. So consider artillery that can be fired at only an enemy. Wait, what? Oh, interesting. Firing artillery with an offset. Yeah, we'll write it down. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Where's artillery? Here. Fire artillery takes an enemy and an offset, e.g. fire artillery target bot 1, 2, which would fire at the tile to the right of the target. This isn't the same as outright blind firing, since you still need a target. Oh man, Sanchez. Okay. Time. Excited to see your commitment. Well, today hasn't been so great as far as commitment to streaming. I did about an hour of work and then I played the game, and now I'm just doing like some no filing stuff. I'm thinking of just doing piano things in the afternoon. If you use M-Star instances for botland, you might want to consider using the new M5 ones. They're cheaper than M4s. I'm using D1 micros, I think. But yeah, I'll look at the pricing if I ever switch from that, which would probably be based on botland's popularity and not anything else. So something that incurs a movement penalty but is stronger. It's a little bit risky because defenders may not want to move as it is. So I imagine this can't be artillery. It has to be melee or something. Yeah, do I have something like that here? Because that'd be a pretty good idea. Shield, anti-mind, instinct, cleaving, crazy. Oh, Alfred. Welcome back. Thanks for resubbing. 10 months. I have to keep remembering that you're my uncle. Yeah, 10 months. Nice. 2 months away from 1 year. Then you get the new icon. So I could just write this down as idea here, but I do think it fits best as melee, and I also think it's going to be pretty hard to balance this. So slow melee. Your post movement speed is increased heavily. So I'll just write note. This could be mitigated with thrusters or teleport. So maybe post teleport speed is also increased. But damage is increased. Maybe there's no charge. Okay. Hardware idea, chaos hardware. It can do any active thing that any other hardware can do. Maybe it takes all 7 slots. It would just be for memes. I like this idea. I don't know if it'll ever get done, but I think it's really interesting. Yeah, it'd probably be a nightmare to code. Chaos device. This is mostly a joke, but I think it would be a lot of fun too. It can do any active thing that any other hardware can do. It takes all 7 slots, so then I fire lasers and try using chaos or vice versa, but since it's random, it has like 2x power for any action that it does. Yeah. Things like this, Sensus, are really good because when I finally need this, I'm going to be really happy I've got all these ideas here. Because the last time I tried using this, I looked through it and I'm like, what would be easy to code? Because I just want to add something to the game. And I did. I found something, whatever it was at the time. Maybe vampiric lasers or whatever. So I find that this is pretty helpful. So chip idea, reduce the number of turns that a game can last. This can help prevent cheese strategies. Maybe a better way of doing this is having the arena ignite on the right side randomly, on the attacker side. Hey, Desophos. FAQ mentions automated testing, and I've been wondering about automated testing for game dev for a while. Can you give more info or a link, please? Really interested because I've been working in application testing and I have a hard time imagining applying that to games. So the testing that I have for Botland is mostly on the back end at this point, but whatever you're doing for application testing works for games as well. The issue is you can have a really well-tested application or game and not know if it meets the requirements of the user. Like, is it fun? With that said, what I'm using is something called Mocha.js, most test frameworks you want are going to just have something for setup, execution, and cleanup of tests. And Mocha is no different in this case. So my test looks something like this, where there is a before all of the tests run, before each of the tests run, and then the actual test itself. And there could be an after and after each if I wanted to. So my tests will do something very specific most of the time. Like here, should allow specifying forward and backward for lasers. I call fire lasers forward, I call fire lasers backward, I see if it actually did damage. So the same thing just like any other test. You have some expectation, you make sure that expectation is hit. You may be talking about things, I don't know, more along the lines of like, hey, I have a character in an RPG. When I press the attack button, I want it to move forward and attack. So chances are you'd test that maybe without your rendering system. So you can still do unit testing pretty easily. But then when it comes to that integration, maybe you just leave that to something manual. Who knows? It follows the monolithic architecture, right? I wouldn't really say so if I wanted. I would say the monolithic architecture would be everything on one machine, but I have one role per machine essentially. So it's all covered in this document. Okay, Sanchez. Yeah, I would download OneNote for something like that. Yeah, so this is a chip idea. So, what do we call this? Man, this is like the coolest chip idea. I love this. Explosive bots. All bots that die will explode. Explosions will only hurt attackers, even if it's an attacker bot that died. I just think this is such a cool idea. So that way, if you clump up your attacker bots and one of them dies, they'll hurt all of the other ones around it. I think that's pretty nice. So what else do we have? Don't care about that. Hardware bus, battery chip, CPU immunity, lifelink, self-ignite, EMP factory surprise. I don't know why attackers would even bother killing this. It's in the same flavor as tank chip. It's just infra. Yeah. Functional integration user testing seems much harder because of the extremely complicated interface of games. Yeah, and there are other ways you can try to mitigate that. There are certain command interfaces you could try to do where you could replay a set of inputs. So maybe your test boils down to like 1, manually start the game, 2, feed in a file of inputs and see if it works the way you'd expect. So your inputs may be something like time 0, press up, time 5, press A, time 10, release up, and maybe time 5, press and release A, something like that. So you just have a set of inputs you play back, and so this would be like, okay, I'm moving forward, and then I press A to jump, and then I release up, and I stop moving, and you should land on a platform or something, I don't know. Oh, Fluffy Wheel, thanks for subbing. And hey, Lemon dropped. Infro. It's a regressive afro. You are now the newest viewbot, Fluffy Wheel. Welcome. Can I attack you? I can attack you. Alright, time to get vengeance. Lasers reflect. I'm gonna try this strategy. We're gonna see if this works. Yeah. Alright, nice. Doing some damage. These teleport away. Start to heal. That one's dead. Got it. See ya. Look at this. My bots are functioning as a single well-oiled machine. Teaching or handling this sort of testing? I think you can split it into finding a test framework, then any sort of design patterns you need in order to make your code testable. And so one of the things that might be able to help is game design patterns. There's something that talks about that interface that I mentioned. There's this, read now. Yeah, this isn't specifically about testing, but one of the reasons I wrote this is because they do mention this here. They have this configuring input, and they tell you at the end kind of how you might write an interface around this. It teleports directly into melee range. I didn't even see that. What happened? Oh, because it teleported up? It must have been toward the end of the match. Yeah, here? No, it wasn't there. Oh, it was at the end of it. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, time to win. Time to beat Clayman. Oh, does the spot have teleport? It does. Wow. I did not know that, that's supposed. Alright, now this is going to repair itself. This thing is... Oh, okay, no, never mind. Teleported away. Thank goodness. A bunch of free shots. Oh no, not free shots. They have lasers. This thing needs to teleport in like half a second. Well, this one needs to. Yeah, perfect. Except for not perfect. It was supposed to heal itself and didn't. Okay. So we have 3 bots versus 3 bots. I believe in the heart of the cards. This one's shooting a chip down there. Yeah. So as long as that one bot doesn't kill all 3 of mine, we're fine. Still struggling to find strategies that beat the teleport bullying. Yeah, to be honest, that's pretty tough. I think what you've got to do is, if you teleported to an enemy bot, you've probably got to remember that you teleported there and then aggressively try to pursue it. But I could teleport anywhere in the arena. Alternatively, you could put a couple of bots all the way on the left side, and I don't know. Yeah, not my job. Okay, so what we're going to call this is some sort of game limiter. 10 months of haunting lurker space. Welcome back, Odik. You were watching some stream yesterday that I was also in, and it was right then you followed, and then whoever you were following mispronounced your name, or at least didn't pronounce it how I pronounce it. But I don't remember what stream this was. I was thinking of saying hi, but then I'm like, no, you're probably lurking there too. Yeah, I don't remember where this was. A chip that either lowers the amount of turns. But yeah, thanks again for resubbing. 10 months. So welcome, baby +1. Which either lowers the amount of turns in the game or just randomly ignites tiles on the attacker's side of the map after some time. Oh, that's actually a bad idea. Yeah, I think this is a bad idea. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess as long as you know the person's talking to you. But if you were ever a regular in someone's stream, I'd probably, if I were you, I'd want to correct the person after a while. There are certainly some names I'd mispronounce for weeks before people corrected me here. Don't know if they're already on the list. Attacker gets enough damage and life is below 20%. He gets a rage and moves and attacks faster. Yeah, so something like that is kind of on the list. I'll read the rest of your ideas too, Gladius. Let me finish with this though. Yeah, so that's in this form of berserk weapons. Where are they? Written here somewhere. Berserk Zapper. Yeah, when a bot is at low life, damage is increased. So this would be kind of just a modifier that could apply to anything, but it would only apply to probably specific ones. Do we have Berserk melee? No. Well, anyway, yeah, so I've got that kind of written down. Block or disable the attacker's reflect when I'm at a distance. So that's kind of a... This is the reason why I didn't want double reflect. So there's lasers and missiles can be reflected. So an enemy has... You have like A has lasers, B has reflect. So B is the counter to A at this point. What I don't want is for A to have lasers and something like double reflect or like pierce reflect, because I feel like you not only come up with your weapon, they have the counter to it, but then you come up with a counter to their counter, and you're basically, this is uncounterable now. So I don't really want to do something like that. There is something that you're kind of talking about. It's EMP, but it's not. It doesn't exactly work how you might expect. It stops them from using reflect, but if they already have it, it won't take out their reflect that they have. I wonder. Yeah, I think if you see that an enemy has reflect, you just shouldn't use reflectable projectiles. But I do need something that's mid-range that can't be reflected. I have to have something like that. So I do need to consider that. And then 3, attacker duplication if he's being attacked by 2 or more bots. But of course he should do less damage. What does number 3 mean? Attacker duplication? So the way I take this is either A, the bot splits into 2 and starts... Well, the bot splits into 2 somehow, and B is the bot deals damage to 2 things at once. Yeah, 1Q. How about proc chance per reflect? Yeah, it already has that chance, and the chance increases with level going up. So hardware constants reflect. Level 1 is 50%, level 2 is 65%, and level 3 is 75%. It's definitely powerful, but it was intended to be powerful. I'm still debating. I'm going to keep an eye on this, definitely. Found the developer that switched over to Docker. Oh, I see. Hey, Marco Stone, how about a decoy ability? I don't know if I have that written down anywhere. And let me think about that. It's actually pretty interesting. It's like a shield that is not on your bot. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know if I have that. You stack them up as a defender. You open yourself up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is I'm not sure if anything needs to be done. Hey, Gallicus. So do I have anything written here about decoy? Yeah, decoy. Clone self with a smaller amount of life. Clone has access only to movement. Yeah. I really like this idea too. This isn't necessarily in the same slot as cloaking. I don't see why it would be. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be at all. Let's just put that on its own thing. Insert row. There. Yeah, but I like that idea. I'd like to do that eventually. I still haven't finished writing this one down. A chip that either lowers the amount of turns. Lowering the amount of turns in the game is just a bad idea. I think it's terrible. So I'd like to do this as the other way. Where is, do I have this? Occasionally fires inferno projectiles down random columns of the arena. I guess that's kind of it. This takes the place of a chip that may lower the, well, let's write version A and version 2. So this is version A and 2, A and B. So how do we duplicate this? Yeah. So 2 occasionally ignites tiles on the attacker side of the arena. Reflect is only strong if you're an attacker and you have knowledge that the defender has a lot of lasers and missiles. I think Reflect can be good as a defender. I think it's just harder because as an attacker you'd see that they have it, so you probably wouldn't try to reflect against, or wouldn't try to shoot them. Feedback and suggestions. It can't be bothered to make a GitHub account. If you want, you can just put it on bpaste and then just send me the link. If you're gonna do it that way though, make sure you set the expiration to never. Or send me a Twitch message or anything, Creelton. Yeah. Or make a GitHub account. But yeah, any of those things. The basic point of this feedback blog post that I made was I don't necessarily want to look at it immediately when people send me feedback. So this was originally crafted as a chip that would just lower the amount of turns in a game, but I don't ever surface that to players, so I'd rather manifest this as the same penalty on games, but in a more game apparent way. Yeah. So chip idea, something that gives you an advantage, but only for the first X turns per bot. This allows for aggressive defense strategies. Yeah, I think this is a really, really neat thing to do here. So generic ideas. I feel like all the generic ideas should just go at the bottom of this document. Generic idea. Super buff, but only for first X turn. More than can't be bothered to learn the GitHub UI just for this one occasion. So most of what you'd have to do here is just this. You go to play.bot.land, you click report a bug, but instead of any of these things, if it's just feedback or anything like that, you just delete this, and there. Now you just have title and leave a comment. And then anything you would have put into bpaste, you can just put here. And that's it. You don't have to worry about any of this other stuff, like where do I assign this to or anything. You literally just type like, I don't know, Crailton feedback. Now ideally, and again, you don't have to do this. I want to capture everyone's feedback and make it as easy as possible for them. So honestly, just using bpaste is fine. But ideally, if you are going to use GitHub, you'd have like one issue per thing. So if you have 3 ideas, one is like cloaking version 2, and the other one is some UI improvements, that these would be 2 separate things. But yeah, even if you wanted to just lump them into one thing, totally fine. Okay, so this is interesting because it allows for very aggressive defender strategies where they pursue the attackers. For example, plus 10% haste, but only for the first 10 turns. Hey Kit, how you doing? Man, you've had tons of viewers lately, Kit. I was lurking briefly last night and you had like 3,000. And it's kind of funny because even like 2 months ago you were at what? It's 500? Bonkers. Just bonkers. So a chip that makes your bots unable to do anything for the first X turns but gives a buff. Super buff after first X turns. So this would be something like immobilize your bots for 10 turns, or not even immobilize. Petrify your bots for 10 turns, then give a buff. Your bots could still be shot at, but they couldn't do anything else. Hey Xylem. My daily portion of the Atom stream. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more awake. I'm probably gonna go take my lunch break, come back, and then mess around with this for like an hour or 2. I just wanted to try out this keyboard. Do you have a Botland t-shirt or merch planned? I don't have one yet. I had started to work on one, and this was during a week where I had said to myself, I'll go to bed at 10 every night. And my wife was helping me out to design it, and it was 10 o'clock. And she's like, you should go to sleep. So we just never finished, and we never came back to it. But yeah, if I ever do make one, I'll let you guys know. That'd be pretty good advertising. You can do anything else. Then after those 10 turns, you get a better buff. A chip that buffs bots for being spread out. Where is that? Yeah, I'll just write this down here. Generic idea. Well, I only tried that for a little bit. I don't think that really helped too much for me. Anti-clumping. So it would give a buff as long as your bots aren't within X tiles of another bot. Of another friendly bot. A zapper that does a lot of damage but has friendly fire. Probably has to be for defenders only. Yeah. More damage but hurts allies. This would have to be for defenders only, since attackers could mitigate this quite easily. It's on your to-do list. Yeah, I don't know how you actually get through your days. I didn't get as much sleep today, and the morning was kind of a waste. Now I feel a little better. Aerosfriato. Figure out how to assign a shortcut to view, show symbol, show all characters. Oh, nice. By the way, if you ever want something like that for a program that doesn't have it, so let's say you're in Notepad and there's something you want to be able to do. Let's try to find something here. Yeah, word wrap. So the way you do this is you can press Alt and then you'll see the little underlines there. So you can press O for format and then W for word wrap. And then you can make an auto hotkey shortcut to do all of that for you. So you can always kind of make your own shortcuts. Okay. Mitigate quite easily. Okay, good. So a single target debuff that lowers the damage dealt of the affected bot. Single target debuff. I wonder we'd use something like this. I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about this. It does give me an idea, but debuff inflicting weapons, e.g. lasers that lower the damage dealt by the target by 20% for 5 turns. Something like that. It's terrible, and you know what? Oh, I'm just saying if you don't have any other way of doing something. By the way, this has nothing to do with anything, but for any of you who've ever lost a window on Windows, like let's say it's off the screen and you literally you can't click it, you can't find it. Here's a shortcut that you probably didn't know about. If you press Alt space M, you get to move. And then you've probably dragged windows around before. But if you press an arrow key after that, then the window gets bound to your mouse cursor. So then just moving the mouse without even clicking anything, like hands off the mouse, so I'm obviously not clicking and dragging, I just move the mouse around. And then you can click to let it go. So if you ever lose a window, it's Alt space M left and then drag. Ever use portals in React? I have not. I haven't even heard of that. What would specify which bot is affected by that? You mean this? Is this what you're talking about, Boss Snowman? Feel like upgrading your computer level makes your defense stronger. In Alpha, I thought it made it weaker. It's mostly due to the attacker buffs. Mostly due to the attacker buffs. How would attacker buffs make your defense stronger? Yeah, you can use Windows key up, Windows key left and right. Yeah. A single... Oh, this wouldn't be a chip. This would be a weapon. So I'm saying this would be something like you fire your lasers. This would be something like debuff lasers. So yeah, it wouldn't be a chip. Yeah, I don't know. I would need to actually look through that syntonic. And then part of me thinks there could be some like area of effect debuff similar to EMP. these sorts of things will probably always be better for attackers and serve to prevent clumping. What is this? Up shield? A shield that negates damage from projectiles shot from a lower... Oh, man. Okay, this is pretty funny, actually. A shield that negates damage from projectiles shot from a lower Y coordinate. Is this a good idea? I don't think it is. It had to be used by defenders only, and even then, I don't know. I'll write it down, but I don't think it's a good idea. I probably just came up with a bunch of random stuff and wanted to write it here. A shield that only absorbs damage when the source of damage is higher than you are. Yeah, higher than you are in the arena. This is really shaky design. Yeah. It was hard to beat some level 1 defenses. Yeah, level 1 definitely needed to be tweaked. And level 1 needed to be changed for more than just the reason of like competitive balance. It needed to be tweaked even just for new player balance. So that new players felt like they actually had an impact on the game. So hardware that ignores your code completely. Maybe it doesn't even use figure it out, it just fires randomly. I don't know what the point of this is. Hardware that ignores your code completely. Oh, you know what? This could be combined with that chaos thing that we have here. Where is it? Chaos device. Alternatively, we could have this take any number of slots. Have this take 3 slots and just ignore your code completely if you have this equipped. I feel like defense is very well balanced because I feel like it's worth to always upgrade. So the goal isn't actually to increase your power level when you upgrade. It's to increase your complexity level. And complexity shouldn't necessarily equal power. Also, I'm not totally sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more difficult at a higher level to make an effective defense. But it could be way more fun and lead to really big battles. Yeah, so we kind of have that written down. Hardware that sometimes shoots allies if they're in range. This isn't fun though, right? Like, what's... This would be for defenders, because defenders would actually have allies in range. Maybe for lasers I could kind of see this. Hey, Freaky. Like, I could picture a laser where every time you shoot an enemy, it also shoots an ally if there's one within range. And it would just do way more damage. There are ways you could exploit this to have it be really good. Like, you have an ally behind you that's just going to repair itself anyway. No, I don't know. I don't know. Debuffs that can be removed by friendly fire. That, I think, would lead to some pretty annoying code to have to write. This, I don't think is probably a good idea. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take my lunch break. I'll come back. Should I just turn off the stream and then come back and do like a short music stream? Probably. There's some random people just slaughtering your defense. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I'll end the stream for now. I'll go take my lunch break. I'll come back for a little bit in the afternoon. Yeah. And in the afternoon, I'll just do music stuff. I don't know how entertaining it'll be, but I wanted to try this thing out, and we'll just see how this works. It's fine. Yeah, Dino, wrong time. Slowly back up, like Homer in the hedges. Yeah, okay, cool. So then that's what'll probably happen. So lunch, yeah, okay. I'll just yeah. So if you're not already on Discord, you should definitely join. I also want to thank anyone who's been new to the stream lately for joining in. I feel like we really need people to be active and engaged, and new people are the lifeblood of any stream. So shout out to you guys. All right, I'll see you guys after lunch. I'll be gone for somewhere between half an hour and an hour, and then I'll come back for a music stream, maybe like an hour, 2 hours, something like that. So take care. Have a good rest of your day. See you guys.